gallantly streaming, and the rockets red-glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome once again to AC Bible Stadium. I'm Mark Sickles. I'll be providing play-by-play commentary this evening. Joining me tonight on the broadcast is Gary Gutierrez, who'll be providing color commentary. Mickey Holden is working the camera. Rich Hensley is producing the show, and Jared Schmeisser is providing stats. Tonight's game is being broadcast on SHN Sports. Follow our games this season at shnsports.com. Your team, your broadcast. You can also watch replays of the games or listen if you cannot watch the video feed. Follow us on Twitter. I am at @MarkSickles2. You can also find information on the team at CracyTrain, KRACYTRAIN, or at SHN Sports. Well, Gary, Leander enters tonight's game at 0-1 in district play, 0-3 overall. Cedar Ridge is 0-1 in district play. They lost to Vandergrift 28-7, and 1-2 overall. They just took the field not too long ago. They're heading out right now for the coin flip. So, Gary, big game tonight for Leander here at home.
Yeah, I think it's they've had a few weeks to get the quirks worked out. I think the win tonight's going to be a factor for both teams. So we'll see what the ground game looks like for Leander. And you look into the ground game of Cedar Ridge, it's pretty obvious. Number 22, Deuce Vaughn. That's the key to the game, is stopping him tonight, I believe, for Leander. They got to do their best job to try to stop his productivity.
Yeah, captains for tonight's games are for Leander Lions, number 15, Major Maiden, number 55, number 18, Eli Gaiman, and number 21, Xavier Dotson. I do not have a name for number 55, but we'll try and get that for you. For the visiting Cedar Ridge Raiders, we have number 11, Jalen Brown, number 43, Tyler Swanberg, number 22, Deuce Vaughn, and number 21, Gavin Dunn. So they're shaking hands out there on the field. Leander is wearing their navy tops, gray bottoms, and Cedar Ridge is wearing white tops and black bottoms. So we're getting ready for the kickoff here shortly. Gary, we've been talking a little bit pregame about the wind here. On my phone, it says it's going about 15 miles an hour, but it looks like a lot stronger than that out here on the field. It is going from south to north straight up the field. So that'll definitely come in play tonight as teams decide which side of the field they want to defend or which side they want to go on offense, either the first half or second half.
Yeah, and we'll see that here. I don't think we've seen that from the refs just yet. Yeah, it looks like Cedar Ridge is going to be...
It looks like they're going to be kicking off. They're on the south side of the field as the kicker is setting up the tee on the 40-yard line, and Leander is heading out for their return team back deep. Number 88, Keon Leonard. Number 21, that is Xavier Dotson. Also number 1, Aiden Parrott. And number 17 as well, Ray Egglesey. So we're about to have kickoff here. It is getting a little bit darker. The lights are on, so need a big kickoff here. Leander will be going into the wind, going left to right if you are listening to the broadcast. So we are about to get started for the second game in district play between the Leander Lions and Cedar Ridge Raiders.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be out without their speedster, Terry, tonight.
So the kickoff is deep, and it goes back out of the end zone. Yeah, Terry will be out for a couple weeks, and that'll hurt them a little bit on their kickoff return and their defense, one of their star players on defense tonight. So other people will have an opportunity to step up and play.
Absolutely. So I have a quick confession to make. Mickey and her son Jared's doing the stats. They look like they're pretty into the Star Wars lifestyle community, if you will. I've never seen a Star Wars movie.
Not one, not even on a replay, not even on TNT. Are you kidding me?
Nothing.
Wow.
Live confession right here. I'm admitting that on whatever listeners we have tonight.
Well, Landry is in the gun. Dotson offset to his right side, trips to the near side, setting up on the 30-yard line. And he goes back, swing pass out to the right to Dotson, catches the 25, gets up to the 30, to the 33.5-yard line. So pickup of a couple on first down, and Leander is getting quickly up to the line of scrimmage. A little bit different set than what we've seen over the past couple weeks. So now we have twins on each side. Landry back in shotgun, calling out the plays here, looking left and right. Dotson man in motion, comes over to the near side. Landry back, looks downfield, and the pass is thrown and incomplete, and it was attempted to Aiden Parrott. Looks like it was a little bit low, but looks like he dropped it. Couldn't see if a defender got his hand on the ball, but that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for Leander.
Yeah, Leander's done a good job this year of just kind of rotating guys around, trying to find, where everybody's going to be the most productive in their position. So I think, again, tonight you're going to see a lot of different guys in different positions trying to find some rhythm in this offense.
Trips up top as Landry rolls out to the left side, turns upfield, throws it, and it is knocked down at the last minute. Nice defensive play by number 21 for Cedar Ridge. That's Gavin Dunn. That was right on target for Parrott, who more than likely would have caught that for a first down, but great defensive play coming across. And now Leander will go out on the field and punt. Gaiman is standing at his 19-yard line. 11-14 left here in the first quarter. Scoreless, as Gaiman is now going to be punting into a strong wind. And back to get the kick is number 22. That is Deuce Vaughn. It is a high kick. It's caught up in the wind, spinning backwards, goes out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the Leander 40-yard line.
Yeah, and there's exactly what we were talking about. Gaiman's been an ace in punts and all kicks for that matter this year and years past. So this very uncharacteristic of his type of kicks, and so this tells you that the wind was a big factor.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little bit under it, and the wind just took it, kind of went off a little bit off the side of his foot, but it was more of that soccer style, got held up in the wind, and so Cedar Ridge is in great position here. Quarterback Jalen Brown, number 11, hands off to Deuce Vaughn up the middle, gets stood up quickly. Great job there by number 44, Evan Smith. Meets him at the line. Well, I guess he picked up 2. But a great job pushing him back. Good start to the Leander defense right there.
Yeah, that's what they've game planned for. Anytime you have a situation with a running back like Deuce, the game plan is to stop him. That takes that one dimension out of the game.
Jalen Brown in the shotgun. Vaughn in motion. Fake handoff to him. Rollout. Looks like a screen pass, and it is complete. 30 to the 25, to the 20 on the left side. 15 goes out of bounds about the 14. That was to number 7. Joaquin Sandoval for Cedar Ridge. And tackled by number 35, Matthew McDaniel, helped push him out of bounds.
You would think through time that these screen plays would stop working. If you see 3 or 4 guys just running loose, there's got to be a game plan to how,
Yeah, get excited. I'm going to get him. No, I'm not.
Maybe let one guy go and the rest drop back.
And it is pulled by the quarterback, Brown, off the right side. Looks like he'll get about 5 or so on that, down to about the 10-yard line. So Cedar Ridge quickly getting up to the line as well. Twins on the far side, got a tight end here on the near side. And it is a handoff Up the middle to the 10, to the 5, the 3, spin move, and he goes into the end zone. Powerful run there by number 22, Deuce Vaughn. You talked about him pregame, but you just see the strength in his lower half. He's not the biggest guy out there, but he sure is strong.
Yeah, he has a lot of strength, and he's very shifty. So he when you watch that play, he's able to find little seams, find little areas where he can just use that power and drive.
So Chase Camp, the kicker, is out, ready for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good, and we'll be back. 9:56 here left in the first quarter. Have you listened to our sponsors?
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
We're back here at Bible Stadium. Here in the first quarter, Cedar Ridge jumps out to an early 7-0 lead. Leander is about to receive the kickoff here. Once again, they are going against the wind, a very strong wind. The first kick almost went out of the back of the end zone on the fly, so we'll see if he tries to repeat that. The kicker is Chase Camp. 9:56 left here in the first quarter. Leander trailing, and had some opportunities on offense, had an incomplete pass, a drop pass, but we'll see if Leander comes out throwing again on this second series.
Well, the beauty of it is everybody has to go against the wind.
And the kick is back off of the goalpost, about 6 feet up, and it rolls out onto the field. So Leander will get the ball on offense, and they'll get started here. Looks like they had a little bit of a different game plan. They came up, up on the line. No huddle offense, trips on each side. So that may be the game plan tonight. We'll see what they do here as they run out to the ball.
You might see some 40, 50-yard field goals tonight with this wind. It is straight up and down north and south of this field. Couldn't ask for a better situation for a kicker.
No, definitely. It is blowing straight. So here we go. Landry is back in the shotgun, and it is a handoff to Dotson. Makes a little bit of a move and gets about 5 yards up the middle. He was tackled by number 43. That was Tyler Swanberg. Leander back up quickly onto the line. Twins left, twins right. Man in motion. Parrott goes across from right to left. Quick pass out to the left side to Dotson. Makes a move, gets a first down, dives ahead to the 40-yard line. See if they move it back to the 39, but a quick pass out by Landry to Dotson gets Leander their first down of the game.
Yeah, that's a good job by the coaching staff to be able to utilize Dotson. He has so many attributes when it comes to the offense. Being able to catch the ball and the yards after the catch. He's been really good running downhill. He's got a lot of good qualities to him, number 21.
So it looks like we got 4 spread out on the left side of the now 2 come over to the right side. Landry in the gun, Parrott in motion. A handoff to Parrott, and he spins out of the tackle in the backfield. Almost got blown up, but he will lose about 7 or 8 yards there. Strong defensive play by the Raiders, able to see that. They're able to shut it down on the left side, and so looking at a long second and about 17 or so for Leander. Tough break. Ball kind of on the near hash here. Landry back in the gun, trips on the left side, single receiver over here on the right. Snap is back, and it is a fake handoff and a quick post to Parrott. 45 gets up close to the first down. Nice pass by Landry. Hit him right in stride, and it looks like they're going to move the chain. So good offensive play by Leander. Some of these quick passes, you're able to get him back there before the defenders are able to get on the receiver. So that looks like the game plan tonight, and so far it's working this second drive, Gary.
Yeah, and Parrott's one of those guys who can play multiple positions as well.
Another pass and a swing pass, and it is behind. It is picked off. It is picked off. I believe that was by number 21, and it is, and that is Gavin Dunn. The pass was a little bit off. Parrott was in motion, kind of a little swing pass out down the field, and it was pass was not close to the receiver. Defender came up and picked it off. So 7:45 left here in the first quarter. Leander was moving the ball, and they have now turned it over, trailing 7-0. We'll stay here as Cedar Ridge is now taking the field. They'll set up at Leander's 48-yard line. Brown back in the gun, twin receivers on the left side. Man in motion, and it is a fake handoff, and lots of pressure up the middle, pass down the far right side, wide open, and it is overthrown. Deuce Vaughn got behind the Leander defender. That wind, luckily for Leander, made that ball carry a little bit further. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I was going to say that wind can work against you both ways. You know, when you're trying to get adjusted to the downhill wind speed, you know, you've got to try to figure that out as a quarterback and try to learn how to put touch on that ball. You know, because at different levels of height of where that ball goes, you're going to have different wind speeds. I'm no meteorologist, but.
So handoff to Vaughn on the left side, cuts it out right, cuts it back up the middle, and he is brought down. Good tackle right there.
Yeah, you can already see that Leander's come out in this game, and they mean business. You know, they've got a lot more pep in their step. You can see a lot more passion in what they're doing right now compared to last week. So hopefully they can maintain the game plan here.
Maiden with that last tackle, one of a few people. Roll out to the right side on the far hash. He turns it upfield, gets pressure. Leander able to slip a tackle, goes out to the 40-yard line. Picked up another 5 or 6 yards after a couple missed tackles there by Leander. So that'll bring up a 4th down and about 2.
Yeah, and one of the things that they've been doing is over pursuing when they get in the backfield. That time they actually started breaking down. You could have seen that already within a few plays. It just hadn't worked out for them.
Fake handoff, and it is off to the right side. 1st down, gets off around the corner to the 30-yard line. And that was the quarterback, Jalen Brown, who faked the handoff to Vaughn.
Yeah, that was Jalen Jammer, number 6 for Leander on the tackle.
So that'll move the chains, and the Raiders will set up at Leander's 30-yard line. They have the wind going right to left if you're listening to the broadcast. Twin receivers on the near side, single receiver on the far side. Vaughn offset to the left, and it is a fake handoff. Quick throw out to the left, and it is incomplete. Great job right there by, looks like number 9, Bryce Allen, able to come up and hit the first receiver who pushed him into the second receiver, and that's where the ball was thrown. So great job by Allen on that defensive play.
Yeah. Yeah, and we see, this 3-3 stack that they call, of this Leander defense. They've been able to add little different wrinkles here and there.
Handoff to Vaughn at the middle, gets through. Brought down by number 15, Maiden, after he picks up about 7 yards on 2nd down. And
you hope that those little wrinkles get added in at the right time, and these offenses that we're facing, that Leander's facing, or I should say the other teams are facing, aren't used to practicing against that or used to seeing it in this district at all, actually.
So Brown back in the shotgun. Vaughn offset to his left side. Man in motion coming across from right to left. It is a fake handoff and is a swing pass out to Vaughn. Incomplete. Tough pass, but that'll bring up a 4th down for Cedar Ridge.
That's a win right there for Leander.
So we'll see if they bring out the kicking unit. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. They're thinking about it. Yeah, that was a tough pass there. They're trying to swing it out to Vaughn on the left side, and the ball was incomplete. So 4th down here, big play for Leander as Brown is in the backfield by himself. Now man in motion. Fakes a handoff, goes up the middle. It gets a good push, and he's able to get a first down. The ball's up in the air. It's on the ground. Let's see who gets it. Lots of Leander guys are happy running on the field, and it will be, let's see, Leander football. Looks like Evan Smith, I'm assuming he's coming off jumping up and down. They're high-fiving him. So he was able to come up with the Leander turnover, and that is a huge play. Cedar Ridge would have had first down on the 15-yard line, but turnover, and we'll be right back after this break.
Leander Lions
This may be
Football
quick.
Booster Club to our 2 great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925.
Yeah, we are back here quickly. I have a diamond over here on the near side and a swing pass out, caught by Dotson. Oh, and he dropped it. Low pass, unable to catch it a couple inches off the ground. Sorry for the going quickly with the sponsors, but Leander ran out from the sideline, set up on the field, had 4 receivers on the near side. Looks like they're going to try and get a push for Dotson, but incomplete pass, bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this crosswind on a pass like that really kills the velocity of that football. You're going to have to adjust for that.
So Landry back in the gun, Dotson offset to his right side, twins on each side. And it is a handoff to Dotson up the middle. Tough run, gets about 3 on that carry. We'll bring up a 3rd and 7. They'll mark it about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and Dotson's usually pretty good for 3 at the least. He's a really good up and down north and south runner.
Garrett in the backfield by himself, twin receivers on both sides. Looks over to the sideline. Makes a call at the line. Dotson in motion, goes over to the near side, looks downfield, throws the ball, and it is incomplete. Too high for Loof. Looked like the ball sailed a little bit on him. He was hit by number 5 for Cedar Ridge, Ian Smith, as the ball was about to get to Loof, so that'll bring up another 4th down for Leander, and they were bringing the punting unit on.
Yeah, and that's been a couple passes that he's done that, thrown into some coverage, tight coverage like that, when he had Dotson wide open out in the flats.
Yep. Yeah, early on when they had those quick passes, he was hitting them in stride, but then back there is taking a little bit too long and letting the defenders find those receivers.
And that's something he'll get better at, throughout the season, picking up the speed, being able to see the field and make those decisions a lot quicker.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of the telegraphing of the play out of the equation.
Yep. Gaiman with another punt. This one much lower into the wind. Got a good punt out. Best he could. Got out to the 48-yard line. So
struggling with those punts.
Yep.
But, it's going to work both ways. They're going to have that wind here in a little bit. So
it will. So we'll stay here instead of taking a break as Cedar Ridge trots out on the field here. They're running right up to the line of scrimmage as well. Twin receivers on the far side.
Yeah, and looks like they've got Jack Turner in for quarterback.
It is a fake handoff, and they're going to throw a flag on their field. Yeah, Jack Turner is now in.
Looks like that's the first penalty of the game.
That is.
Yeah, I want to commend Leander, as Mickey mentioned. They haven't had a penalty yet in the first quarter, which kind of plagued them last week and many weeks before that. So that's one major improvement that really helps you stay in the game and lets you be rewarded for the progress that you're making.
So Turner gets the snap, fake handoff, looks down the field, throws it. Defender was behind him, but the ball just carried with that wind, and that was a pass attempt to number 12, Mark Anthony Walker, the second. Looks like he had a couple steps on the Leander defender, but incomplete pass, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 15. And you were talking about that, no penalties, and that's a lot of that is focus.
Yeah.
And, it seems like they're a lot more focused tonight, which is good. They're learning. This is still a young offense and a young defense for these guys with the new coaches coming in this year. Snap back, and it is a handoff to Vaughn on the right side. Try to string it out. Tries to get around the corner. Great job by number 17, Ray Egglesey, coming up with the first hit. Able to hit him a yard or two behind the line, but he was able to take a spin. Able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll now be a 3rd and 10. Another big play here for Leander. Turner in the gun. Gets a snap. Looks on the left side, and it is a fade out to the left side, and it is incomplete. Threw it about 5 or 6 yards over the head of number 12, Mark Anthony Walker. So that'll bring up a 4th down. We'll see if they go for it here, or they may just punt it. I think with this wind, I'd just punt it. I'd hate to give Leander ball at the 50-yard line into the wind. So here we go. Looks like the punting unit is coming out. Basically, all I have to do is just pooch it up in the air.
Yeah, doesn't take much. Give it to a lineman. Let him get a little credit. Of course, we've had some linemen kick here at Leander that were actually really good.
Yep, so nobody back deep for Leander. I think they're looking to see if it's going to be a fake, and it is.
Fake.
Number 7 gets the ball, and it is tackled. Great job by Leander. Oh, and a flag is down.
Yeah.
And the tackle was by number 45, Caleb Rude. Yep, he stayed home. They're going to call a holding, and they're going to decline that. So it'll be first down, Leander. Great job by Rude staying home, seeing that, and able to sniff that out and make the tackle.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that we've witnessed, with Leander defense this year. They've been great in open field tackling. We've talked about it over and over again. Last week it didn't happen, and it really hurt them. So great tackle by Little Rude there.
This is being broadcast for you tonight on SHN Sports.
He's not going to like that I said that.
Both teams are getting quickly up to the line of scrimmage, so we'll keep it right here. Trips on the near side, single receiver on the far side. Snap is back, and it is a handoff on the left side. Breaks off tackle, comes up the middle, and Dotson will pick up about 7 on that. Good carry there on first down to bring up a short 2nd down here as Leander gets into the Cedar Ridge half of the field.
I keep saying it, but Dotson, he's incredible running north and south. You see the straight line that he runs, he could run that hash mark all night.
So Landry audibling here as he gets a call from the sideline. Nobody in the backfield with him. Snap is back, quickly out to the left side. Dotson tries to spin to the outside, makes a move, goes to the inside, gets a push. Looks like he may be a yard or two short of the first down. He picked up a couple on that. It'll bring up a short 3rd down for Leander. See where they mark it here. It'll be about 3rd and 2 as they set the ball up on Cedar Ridge 46-yard line.
Yeah, they kind of blew that block there on the outside, which would have allowed him to pick up that first down maybe a little bit more. But 3rd and short, maybe 2 yards, so very manageable. That's where you want to be right now on a 3rd down.
Twin receivers come out to the near side. Dotson offset to Landry's right. Gets the snap. Hand off to Dotson up the middle. Sees the seam. Gets a 35 to the 30. 25 to the 20. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Leander. Great job and great blocking downfield for the Leander Lions as they cut it to 7-6, pinning the extra point.
Yeah, and I think that's his 6th or 7th touchdown already. He's been able to make them multiple ways. He's had receptions for touchdowns. He's ran for touchdowns. And he's also had some special teams touchdowns. So, great job keeping this offense, keeping this Leander team alive. They got a chance to tie it up here up against the wind, see what Gaiman can do.
2:11 left here in the first quarter. Snap is back. The kick is up into the wind, and it is good, and Leander ties it up 7-7, and we will be right back.
A big thank you goes out from the Leander Lions Football Booster Club to our 2 great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925. 9 Round, where your first 30-minute full-body workout is free. Look for them on Facebook. That's 9 Round. and Good Flow Plumbing. Call them at 512-501-2051 or find them online at goodflowplumbing.com. Good Flow Plumbing, backed by more than 50 years of industry experience in Austin, Good Flow Plumbing provides honest, knowledgeable plumbing service, the kind of service you can trust. Good Flow Plumbing, license M-37868. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, score is tied 7-7, 2:11 left here in the first quarter as Xavier Dotson was able to sprint in with great blocking by the offensive line and receivers down the field. So Gaiman will kick off on his 40-yard line directly into the wind. And we were talking a little bit off the air about the enthusiasm. Seems like they have a lot more passion tonight, a lot more focus, and it's showing on the field.
Yeah, it's paying dividends, really. I mean, the defense has been outstanding. You know, Deuce has had his runs, which he's going to get. You know, he's one of the best running backs in the district. You know, so he's going to get his yards, but they've done a great job of containing him and being able to kind of take that away. You know, the wind gods have helped a little bit of this too. So, great job.
Gaiman high kick. They catch it drops it on the ground, but he's able to pick it up. That's Vaughn. Gets around to the 25, the 30, 35, the 40, and a flag is down at the 31-yard line. Yeah, he came up on that. The ball dropped. Wind kept pushing it back towards the Leander coverage team. Dropped the ball, picked it up, and sprinted to the right side. Nice return by Vaughn, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what it is.
Yeah, and that just shows you his speed and what he's capable of, you know. He was able to take here we go.
We're going to have a hold against the Raiders, so that'll move them back. 2:03 left here in the first quarter, tied 7-7. So the defense trots back out on the field, a little bit more confidence now than probably what they had that first series, and just keep it up. Like we were talking about, breaking down and making the tackles. They were in the spots last week, but they just weren't breaking down and making those tackles, but they are so far tonight. Looks like another quarterback is back in. That's number 11, and Vaughn up the middle, and he breaks it to the 40, 50, and they're not going to catch him. He's down to the 30, the 20, and he is going to stroll in the left side for a touchdown.
Yeah, just like that, one play, one shift, two shift, you know, he's gone, and that's, you know, demoralizing for a defense for sure, but they can stop him.
Yep.
He is stoppable.
Yeah, that was a quick little seam, and he was gone. You could just see it as soon as he was breaking out of there that no one was going to catch him with his speed and ability. So it is now 13-7.
Well, and one of the benefits that he has, too, is his size, because he can hide behind those blocks just enough to see a seam and be able to break it.
Camp in for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So it is 14-7, and we'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
We are back at AC Bible Stadium. Lions trail 14-7 with 1:50 left here in the first quarter. Let's get some other scores quickly, Gary.
Yeah, already you have some parity with the scores going on in this league already, or in this district rather. Vista Ridge 12, Westwood 14. Westwood went up 7 early. Round Rock 14 over McNeil to 7. Hendrickson is 14 over Vandergrift 7. Let's see where that game goes. Cedar Ridge, well, you know the score here, 14-7, Cedar Ridge.
So Cedar Ridge kicking off from their 40. Looks like it's going to be in the field of play. It is caught to the 10, 15, 20, up to the 23, and that was number 88, Leonard, on the return. So Leander will set up. This has been a long first quarter. They're still going into the win, Gary.
Yeah, and I was going to say when they declined that or took that penalty there, that they've got just a couple minutes to bear out, and then the field will switch, and they'll be in good shape. But Deuce went ahead and busted out a 79-yard touchdown run. But that's something we can do also. We've been able to do that this year. We've been able to have the one play and be able to bounce back. We did that in the first couple weeks, or first week rather than against Pflugerville, I think it was, second week.
Landry back, swing pass over to the right side. It is incomplete, drop by Dotson. Then once again had that diamond formation with the 4 receivers on the near side. It hit Dotson in the hands, unable to catch it, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, up until this drive here, Cedar Ridge has been on top yardage-wise, 150 total yards versus Leander, 85, and that's, the big runs by Deuce Vaughn.
Yep.
Got to be able to stop that, and this game becomes really manageable, and you have a good opportunity to win.
Landry getting ready for the snap in the gun. It is a fake handoff to Dotson, rolls out to his left side, looks downfield. It is thrown and threw it into the ground. Nice choice there by Landry to make that an incomplete pass, as the defenders were all over the receivers. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for Leander. The problem is still 1:32 left here in the first half, still going against the wind.
Still going against the wind, yeah.
Yeah, just trying to burn off this first quarter so the fields will switch, but we'll see if they can get that done here. Twin receivers out to the far side, single receiver on the near side, and looks like we're going to have a timeout, Leander. So we will be right back after this break.
At the silver level, we have Wingstop and local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the silver level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Yeah.
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Leander is looking at a 3rd and 10 on their 23-yard line. Landry back by himself in the backfield in the gun. 2 receivers on each side as he looks over to the sideline to get the final call. Barks out the signals, looks for the snap. Dotson in motion across the backfield. And he is back looking down the field, rolls out to his right side, and he's going to turn it up, and he is brought out of bounds short of the first down. They'll mark him at the 26-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down for Leander. Clock is still stopped here, Gary, 1:25, as Leander is now going to be punting once again into the wind.
Yeah, let's see if Gaiman can get this off and find a way to fight through the wind.
Yeah, one player back for Cedar Ridge. See if I can get his number. That is number 42. The snap is back, and the kick is low. Hits at the 47 to the 40. Goes down to the 33-yard line. Great kick by Gaiman into that wind, and the receiver was Justin Higginbotham, but he was not able to get to that ball. Great kick and great coverage by Leander. So 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Cedar Ridge once again has the ball with the wind, setting up at their 33-yard line.
Yeah, and we'll see who's coming in at quarterback. Look like it's going to be number 11 again. Coach Price talked about the dueling quarterbacks. They're kind of coming in and switching out throughout the game. Been consistent in the first 3 games of the season.
And that's Brown back in at quarterback. Fake handoff, looking down the field, throwing deep down the near sideline, and it is complete to number 4, who trots into the end zone. That is Devin Turner. A quick strike, a long toss, got behind the defender. Touchdown, Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, morale killers right there is what those are. You've got already, Cedar Ridge coming in 1 play off the kickoff or a punt.
Yep, playing with that wind and just tossed it up, and deep throw. It was a nice throw with the wind, complete for a touchdown. So into kick is Camp for the extra point, 20-7 right now here, pinning the extra point.
And once again, Leander's going to have to go against the wind.
Against the wind. Here we go. 1 minute, 3 seconds. Let's see if they run the ball a couple times, see if they can burn that clock, because clearly it's been tough with the defense with that long run by Vaughn and that long pass to Turner.
67-yard pass there, so already you've had a 79-yard run and a 67-yard pass off the first play on a drive. So, the 41-yard kick by Gaiman helped. One of his longest ones already this game. Fighting against the wind, we definitely expect to see more out of him going with the wind. But yeah, it's got to be pretty tough for this Leander team to have 2 big plays like that kind of eat their lunch.
Yeah, and it's tough here because you kind of want to burn the clock to flip the field, but you don't want to punt once again into the wind, because they can call timeouts here and make you punt into the wind, and they'll have good field position one more time. So Leander just needs to grind it out and get a couple first downs in this first quarter and then go from there. So Camp is setting up at the 40-yard line, getting ready to kick off from the right to your left as you're listening. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. And, 40 minutes on my watch. Seems like it's been longer than that. So Camp kicks the ball off deep. It's going to go out of the end zone. So Leander will set up on the sideline. They've been going quickly to the line, so we will stay here during this break. Broadcast is being brought to you by SHN Sports. I'm Mark Sickles. Calling play-by-play, Gary Gutierrez, providing color as well tonight. So, Gary, if you're offense, what play are you calling right now?
I say keep handing the ball to Dotson. Get out of this win. Try to pick up some first downs. He's been pretty successful, 3 or 4 yards a hit there. Let him try to get a first down or at least get a third and manageable, maybe short pass. Keep it short right now. Just get out of this win.
Hand off to Dotson up the middle. Gets about 3 on that. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout, Cedar Ridge. So they are playing the odds here and playing the wind. They're going to stop the clock with 50 seconds left here as Leander trots over to the sideline. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
Garrett Landry back in the shotgun. Dotson off to his left side, and they're going to hand it to Dotson up the middle. He gets stuffed, gets ahead to the 30, maybe give him the 31, and we're going to have, looks like another timeout. Cedar Ridge, they are playing the clock here and playing the wind.
I don't think the clock moved, did it?
Still at 50. That's surprising.
Let's see if they catch that.
The clock should have gone off a couple ticks there at least. But Cedar Ridge now has called their second timeout here, stopping the clock. Bring up a 3rd and 4 for Leander, a big play here. If they get a first down, obviously I don't think Cedar Ridge will call any more timeouts. That'd be silly. And then Leander would be able to maybe run one more play before they flip the field and have the strong wind.
There you go. Coach Price has noticed. They're on it.
But if they hold them here, then Leander will be looking at a 4th down, once again either going for it or punting into the strong wind. Yeah, I don't know. They're talking to the official down on the field right now.
That wind's blowing pretty strong down there. Let's see if they make this adjustment to the clock. They need to do something.
He was talking to him, didn't do anything. They're sending him back out on the field. You start with 50 seconds. You hand the ball off up the middle. You gain a couple yards, and the clock is still at 50.
I could see that happening last week with a full moon maybe. But
Yep.
They're not fixing it. That's interesting.
So Landry in the gun gets a snap, and it is a handoff to Dotson on the left side. Getting close to a first down, but a flag is down, thrown back at the back chain marker. Looks like they may call that one against Leander based on where the flag is thrown.
So that play right there took 8 seconds. So they had at least another 5 or 6 seconds on that last play that should have been taken off the clock.
So officials are talking here, see if we can get the call from them. It will be against Leander. Let's see what the call is.
It's like a legal formation.
Yep. We'll move them back 5, and it'll set up a 3rd down and 9 for Leander. Tough break there as they were right at the first down marker. So 42 seconds left here. The clock is running. Let's see if Cedar Ridge catches that, see if they're going to call a timeout here. 33 seconds now left on the clock. 9 seconds on the play clock here for Leander as they quickly go up to the line. Twin receivers on the near side, 3rd and 9 on their 31-yard line. Snap is back to Landry, rolls out to the right side, lots of pressure. He throws it, and it is caught. Parrott was able to catch it for a first down. Great pass and great catch, so that will move the chains. Good job by Leander, and a great throw on the run by Landry.
Yeah, so at this point, that totally negates the 5 seconds on the clock. The penalty.
Yeah.
Everybody can breathe. Yeah, I'm still a little troubled with what was going on with the clock right there. I don't. He must have had a very good reason behind why it didn't move during a play.
Leander gets the snap, and it is a handoff to Dotson up the middle. Strong push by the O-line. They were able to pick up, looks like 4 on that carry. So clock is now going down to 6, 5. Looks like we're finally going to get finished with their first quarter. So we will take a break, and we will be right back.
I am going to go out on a limb real quick. I could be wrong. There could have been 55 seconds on that clock.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Well, either way, we're finally done with the first quarter. Leander trailing 21-7. We'll be right back.
A big thank you goes out from the Leander Lions Football Booster Club to our 2 great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925. 9 Round, where your first 30-minute full-body workout is free. Look for them on Facebook. That's 9 Round. And Good Flow Plumbing. Call them at 512-501-2051 or find them online at goodflowplumbing.com. Good Flow Plumbing, backed by more than 50 years of industry experience in Austin, Good Flow Plumbing provides honest, knowledgeable plumbing service. The kind of service you can trust. Good Flow Plumbing, license M-37868. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back at AC Bible Stadium, start of the second quarter. Just now took about 49 minutes, so Leander will now have the ball with the win, trailing 21-7. They have it at their 40-yard line, going right to left as you're listening to the broadcast.
Yeah, and already, Cedar Ridge has only completed 2 passes out of 7 attempts. Of course, 1 for 23 yards, 1 for 67 yards, and a touchdown. There we go.
Dotson gets the run off the right side, enough for a Leander first down, gets it into the Raider territory. So good start there to the second quarter for Leander Lions.
Leander also, had more time of possession in that first quarter, due to the 2 big plays that Cedar Ridge had. Of course, the points are what matter. Time of possession doesn't matter when you're down 14. But it's been around 217 yards for this total offense of Cedar Ridge. Leander sitting in the first quarter, sitting at 108. So we've seems to be a pretty good matchup, outside of those 2 big plays. But again, points matter.
It does.
Points is what it's all about.
We have a player injury down on the field, but we'll.
Let's touch on these scores real quick. Right now, still relatively the same as what we talked about before. We've got Vista Ridge, who's now down or still down 2 points to Westwood, 14-12. Round Rock is leading McNeil Mavericks 21-7 with 5:18 in the second quarter. Hendrickson Hawks 14 over Vandergrift Vipers 7. Everybody's looking at Vandergrift right now as they are a ranked opponent. We've got Cedar Ridge, right here, 21-7. So look for Leander to fight back and kind of make this a game. But you can see a lot of parity within these teams in this district. Vista Ridge, has been on a streak. Westwood, right now, kind of giving it to them there in the second quarter. The same with Hendrickson and the Vipers. Vandergrift has been dominating everybody, and I think that's kind of who we look to see dominate everybody in this district. But right now, Hendrickson's giving them a pretty good game, 14-7.
Yeah, players moving off the field quickly through the District 13 football standings. Vandergrift, Stony Point, Vista, and Westwood 1-0. Hendrickson, Cedar Ridge, McNeil, and Leander 0-1. And Round Rock has not played yet, but they are tonight. So it is a swing pass out to the right side, incomplete. Quickly thrown over there to Parrott, unable to hang on to that. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Leander.
Yeah, and Round Rock took advantage of the I guess the bye week they had. Leading McNeil right now 21-7. Of course, Vista Ridge put a pretty good hurting on McNeil last week as well. It turned out looked like it was going to be a pretty good game, pretty good matchup until the end there. The score told the story.
So 10 seconds left on the play clock, and Landry signals for timeout as they were having some trouble getting the play called into the huddle. So they will trot over to the near sideline, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Leander's looking at a 2nd and 10 on Cedar Ridge 49-yard line. Landry is back in the shotgun, empty backfield. 2 receivers on the right side, 2 receivers on the left with the wing on the right as well. 4-man front for Cedar Ridge. Pass is thrown over here to Dotson, and he drops it again. Ball thrown at him. Weingart was coming over to set a block for him on a little slip screen, but unable to hold on to that ball. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for Leander.
Yeah, and this is a guy who works on his craft. Talking to his dad, on Monday, and him along with him, they really put a lot of time and effort into, making him better, and he does, making himself better. And passing is one of those things that they work on. And, I think that's just one of those things where you kind of get ahead of yourself. You're looking downfield. You're looking to see what the next move is before you actually catch the ball. Got to catch the ball first.
3rd and 10. Garrett with the handoff off the right side to Dotson. Gets maybe 1 yard. That'll move it to the 48-yard line of Cedar Ridge. She'll bring up a 4th down and 9. So let's see if, they're going to bring the punting unit out.
Gaiman's going to get some redemption here.
He will. Let's see if he may put it into the school here if he really wants to kick it. He may just try and loop it up and kick it as high as he can, let the wind carry it a little bit. He can reach the end zone by himself right now if he needed to, but with this wind, it's a little bit trickier. Snap is back. Gaiman a little bit of a pooch kick, kicks it down, and it goes out of bounds. And it goes right at the 20-yard line. A little bit of a miss kick there, knowing Gaiman. I think he was trying to go for that coffin corner down a little bit further, but it looks like it went off of his side of his foot for a little bit. So Cedar Ridge now going against the wind for the first time. 10:52 left here in the first half, leading 21-7.
Yeah, how about this Texas heat, huh? Doesn't look like these hundreds are going away anytime soon. Record September in the history of the world for Texas, for Austin rather.
Snap is back, handoff to Vaughn. Shifty run off the left to the 30, 40, and he is gone.
Once again.
And he is pulling away from the Leander defenders as he trots into the end zone. Another really long run by Vaughn, and that'll put them up 27-7 here with the extra point pending.
Yeah, unless you have a guy like that on your team that you're practicing against all the time, you really can't. It's hard to forecast his next move. You're not used to seeing that type of mobility from a running back, especially when you're going against Dotson, who's a north and south runner all the time. It's a different ball game when you have somebody like that, and the vision that he has is incredible.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 defenders over there. He was able to kind of jump a little to the left, jump a little to the right, found that seam, and he is gone, and the kick is up and good. So it's 28-7 now. The Raiders are leading, 10:38 left here in the first half. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the kickoff return.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to thank the following local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the silver level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, this broadcast is being brought to you by SHN Sports. I'm Mark Sickles, along with Gary Gutierrez, Mickey Holden working the camera, Rich Hensley producing the show, Jared Schmeiser with the stats, and we'll get to some of those in a minute, but it's a little bit lopsided here on offense with 3 huge offensive plays, 2 by Vaughn, and another pass, which was, I believe it was Turner as well. 3 huge, long touchdowns, very quick scores, and that's tough for Leander, who was playing tough in that first quarter, but those 3 scores now put it up 28-7.
Yeah, and that was an 80-yard run by Deuce Vaughn. Already he's sitting with 7 carries, 183 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
How do you
So the
how do you stop that?
Kick is down. It rolls to the 10. It's picked up. Block there, and a spin move. Gets out to the 25, 27-yard line. That was number 88, Leonard, with the return. Kind of a little shifty return there on the kick. But, yeah, we saw some fast, quick running backs last week We see another one here tonight.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of great running backs here in this district, and then of course the non-district teams that they played, with the guys from Pflugerville, just pound the ball, and that's what they're best at. But this guy's a little bit different. He's kind of has that strength that you mentioned earlier, and that shiftiness that just is really hard to defend. You just got to be at the right place at the right time, really.
Landry with the handoff up the middle to Dotson. Gets about 3, gets a push up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'd like to see Leander kind of, move the ball around, spread the ball around a little bit. They've done that really good, up in the previous games. They've kind of got a little bit of everybody involved. And, I know that they've kind of, brought it back a little bit. The play calling, they've kind of dumbed it down a little bit, for lack of a better term. And but at the same time, you still need to get the balls. And some of these other playmakers, Will Loof, you've seen what he can do. Again, Parrott, he's already caught a great first down pass.
Another handoff to Dotson off the left side, able to slip a tackle, and he's able to spin forward for a couple yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4 or 5 once they set the ball down here. And there is a stopping the clock here. I think they may have thought there was an injury. They're going to mark the ball. Looks like they're going to. I think they're going to keep everyone on the field. Nope. Looks like one of the players will be coming off. Oh, yeah. And now he's going down. So we'll take a break here, and we'll be back. Leander trailing 28-7, 9:36 left here in the first half.
A big thank you goes out from the Leander Lions Football Booster Club to our 2 great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925. 9 Round, where your first 30-minute full-body workout is free. Look for them on Facebook. That's 9 Round. And Good Flow Plumbing. Call them at 512-501-2051 or find them online at goodflowplumbing.com. Good Flow Plumbing, backed by more than 50 years of industry experience in Austin, Good Flow Plumbing provides honest, knowledgeable plumbing service. The kind of service you can trust. Good Flow Plumbing, license M-37868. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Lions trot back on the field here after the injury timeout. Landry in the shotgun, back by himself, 3rd and 4. Tries to throw a pass, pulls it, goes upfield, goes close to the first down, but he's going to be a yard short as he is caught while he was trying to sprint forward for the first down. Let's see where they mark it here. It will be a 4th and 1. Let's see if they're going to go for it here, trailing 28-7 with 9 minutes left here in the first half.
This is when you'd like to have Loof in as quarterback. Do a little quarterback sneak right there.
So it looks like Leander's going to go for it here. Big play here as they are set up on their 36-yard line, trailing 28-7, 8:40 left here in the first half. Landry in the gun, and it is a handoff to Dotson. He has stood up. He's able to go forward, and it looks like they're going to have enough for a first down. Looks like they're going to move the chains, and they are, so that's a big play for Leander. Able to keep the ball with the wind, keep their offense on the field, and they need to move down and get some points here, Gary.
Yeah, I think you need to take advantage of the wind while you can. You're already in a situation where you need to score some points, so let's start tossing the ball around and picking up some first downs, keep this defense off the field. They're going to have a long second half of this football game if they don't get some points on the board.
Trips come over to the near side. Weingart back in motion. And it is a fake handoff and a swing pass over to Parrott, able to catch it, gets about 5 on that. Let's see what they're calling here. And they are going to mark it at the 43-yard line. And they were successful early in the game with those quick passes. I'd like to see a few more of those right now because the defenders, once they have time, they're able to catch up with the receivers. But if they can run good routes and good passes, they should be able to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and you'd like to see them speed up the tempo a little bit, pick up the tempo of the offense, kind of try to catch this defense on their heels. and see if they can have the one-trick play.
Landry rolling out to the right side. Got some room to run. He's going to take off, and he gets enough for the first down. So it'll be another first down for Leander as they mark it at the Leander 49-yard line as Landry pulled the ball, was looking downfield, and ran out of bounds on the far sideline. 7:17 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, 3 big plays, and you know, easy to say. You take those out of the equation, and this is a ball game. But I mean, that's the reality of the game.
That's the game. Twin receivers on the far side. Wing over here on the left side. Dotson offset to Landry's right. And it is a fake. Quick pass to Leonard. 40, 35 to the 30. And he's brought down at the 27-yard line. Nice pass. Nice catch.
Well, I see they listen to my advice. They're starting to spread the ball around. Leonard's he started off pretty solid and hadn't gotten a lot of passes thrown to him, since. And it's good to see him starting to pick it up and being able to show what he can do out there.
Spread offense here as Garrett is alone in the backfield in the shotgun. 2 receivers each side, got a wing on the right.
Easier said than done from up here, right?
Dotson back in motion across the middle over to the far side. Passes back. Landry looking downfield, able to pull it. He's going on the left side to the 30, 20, 15-yard line, able to lower his shoulder and say, hey, I'm on the field here. I'm not only a quarterback here, but I'll lower my shoulder and put the pounding on you. So great job by Landry. You don't like to see that a lot, but good job setting the tone there from the quarterback.
Hey, if you can stiff arm with your non-throwing hand, that's good.
So Leander sets up first down on the 15-yard line. Good drive here so far. 6:06 left here in the second quarter. Leander gets the snap, looks downfield, blitzes up, coming up the middle. He's able to throw it on the far side out of the back of the end zone. Good job by Landry getting rid of that. The pass was intended for Leonard down there in the far corner, so there was a receiver. He was within the tackles, but good job throwing that ball incomplete. Sets up. They have more life here. You're not taking a sack, and it's 2nd and 10 on the 15. Yeah, they looked like they had a safety blitz or something coming up the middle there, put a lot of pressure on Landry. Ball is on the near hash as Leonard is the sole receiver on the left side, Parrott on the right side. It is a handoff to the left side. Dotson, the 10 to the 5, and he gets pushed out of bounds. They'll mark him at the, let's see where they mark it, right at the 5-yard line.
First and goal.
Yep, first. Let's see what we go here. First and goal for Leander. 5:48 left here in the second quarter. Have a good drive going. Let's see if they can just punch it in right here and make a stop and get the ball back. Got a single receiver each side. Landry in the gun. Dotson offset to his right side. Pulls it. Rolls out to the right. It is a pass incomplete. That was intended for number 7, Dimitri Drayton, as he was trying to swing out just outside of the linebackers on the far side, but lots of pressure on Landry as he goes down, but able to get the ball out. So that'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, I don't think he was too happy about the shove he got.
No.
Right in front of the referee, and he didn't see anything. Imagine that.
So Leander now breaking out of the huddle. They had been going quickly up to the line, but they make the call. Trips go out to the right side. Single receiver here on the left. Dotson offset to his right side as Weingart comes back in at the wing. And it is a pass over to the corner of the end zone.
Catch.
And it looks like number 21 came down with the ball, Gavin Dunn for Cedar Ridge, but he was out of bounds. They tried to throw a little alley-oop down into the
see a replay there on the board. I don't know that we're going to, but
a near corner, but
that was pretty close.
Held up in the wind. So Landry back in at the gun, twin receivers near, twin on the far side. 3rd down and 5. And Leander will call a timeout. This is a big play for them.
Yeah, I'd like to go back and look at that because that was really, really close. doesn't matter now, of course.
Yep. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here at AC Bible Stadium.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belcher. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
Back here is Leander quickly up to the line after that break. Snap is back. Dotson with the... Oh, and he goes down to the 2-yard line. He got the snap back in at quarterback, goes down to the 1, so it is now going to be 4th and 1 on the 1. Tried a little trick play there with the direct snap back to Dotson.
Yeah, and he scored off of that play. I guess it was against Pflugerville, possibly.
So big play here for Leander. The ball is about the 1.5-yard line. They're going up there. Dotson still in at quarterback. Snap is back. It's high. Goes off to the right side, and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Leander. Great blocking on the right side, opening up a hole. Dotson goes in. Scores now 28-13 with the extra point coming. Great job. Great 2 play calls in a row to Dotson. Get him running with a full head of steam as he hits the line.
Yeah, already 2 scores by Dotson, showing what he can do out there.
So Gaiman in ready for the kick. Snap is back. Oh, and it is blocked.
Uh-oh.
Is caught
Look
by
alert.
number 8 at the
Be
5,
alert.
the 10, 15, and he is brought down.
Once again, Gaiman, clutch in his tackling abilities. You know, he's trying his hardest not to get on defense, but
Hey,
he's made some pretty good plays. They may want to put him out there.
Yeah, made the tackle chart again this week. But, yeah, that kick, they look like they got a good push on the defensive line, able to block that kick, and he was able to come over and make a nice tackle. So we'll be back after the break.
Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to thank the following local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the silver level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Yeah, it's a good display of what this Leander offense can do. You saw that there on that last drive. They had 5 plays, and they took up 5 minutes, 27 seconds off the play clock, totaled up about 13 plays, and drove down for 73 yards for the touchdown. You know, they've been able they've been capable of doing this in every game, but penalties have been the biggest factor. We've said it over and over again. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps back, 4 steps back. It was never ending. So this is good progress for this Leander team.
Gaiman ready to kick off here at the 40. Kick is deep, goes way out of the back of the end zone. Captain and Walker and Turner were just standing there watching the ball go over their heads as this wind is still blowing really hard from south to north.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with this Leander team this game. They really came out here. It showed, that they've really worked on a lot of things in practice, and those things are coming to fruition out here on the field. It's coming together for them. Obviously the score is a little defeating for them, I'm sure, but Leander is not a team to stop and stop fighting. They fight to the bitter end, and that's something you're going to see here the rest of this second half. Plenty of time left in the second half to score some points.
Turner is in at quarterback. Fake handoff throw out to the left side, and is complete to number 10 to Bird, and he is brought down on the far sideline. Looks like by number 6, Jalen Jammer. And number 24 as well is also there, Burt. So they will move the chain, set up at the 35-yard line. Turner in at quarterback. And it is a handoff to number 24, slips a tackle, goes out to the 40, gets pushed out of bounds by Jammer.
Yeah, it looked like Leander may have been offsides on that play, had an opportunity to get in the backfield and stop that run in the backfield, but couldn't capitalize on that. You get a freebie.
Yeah.
You'd like to be able to make a play.
So that 24 is Nazire in at running back. They're setting up at the 42-yard line, 2nd and 3. There's a handoff to 24 as well. Gets off the right side, gets close to the first down marker. Looks like they're going to probably set him up there.
Yeah, and Leander defensive line has been getting a pretty good push on this offense.
It's going to be a little short of the first down. Be 3rd and inches here. Vaughn is back in at running back along with the quarterback Turner. Vaughn is offset to his left side. Twin receivers on the near side, just inches away from a first down. Handoff to Vaughn. He gets out to the 50, 47-yard line. Enough clearly for a first down. They'll move the chains as they get into Leander territory, setting up the 48-yard line.
Yeah, they've run that a lot off number 52, Bryant. And, number 52, if you've seen the size of that guy, he looks like he's pretty tall and pretty big. Deuce is able to hang behind him, and follow that lead block.
Nazire offset to the left side. They hand the ball to Vaughn on a pitch on a little jet sweep. Gets out to the 40, to the 35-yard line. Strong push at the end, enough for another first down for Cedar Ridge as the clock is running. Stops at 3:27 right now as they move the chains. Set up at Leander 35-yard line. The clock is now running. As Cedar Ridge is going into the win, they're leading 28-13. Snap is back, and it is a swing pass out to the right side. Behind the line of scrimmage is caught by number 1. Slips a tackle, slips another tackle, slips another tackle, and he is brought down at the 22-yard line. Enough for a first down. That was great moves by number 1, Roundtree, but 3 missed tackles by Leander gives the Cedar Ridge Raiders a first down.
Yeah, and finally, number 55 was able to bring him down, whose name remains unknown at this point. Not on our roster.
So Jack Turner in at quarterback. Nazaire with the handoff up the middle slips a tackle, and he is brought down by 3 or 4 Lions as he gains about 3 or 4 yards. 2:30 left here in the second quarter.
I feel like a poser with my my Star Wars battery pack here. Is that Battleship Galactica? What is that?
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar, yeah, see, there you go. Embarrassing myself here.
So Turner in the gun, Vaughn offset hit to his right side, twin receivers on the far side, and it is a fake handoff. Quarterback up the middle, gets close to another first down at the 10-yard line. Jack Turner with the fake to Vaughn, able to pull and go upfield. They will move the chains.
Yeah, Dimitri Drayton on that tackle. It was a great tackle by him. He saved a touchdown.
Clock is now down under 2 minutes as the Cedar Ridge Raiders are moving the ball down to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 going against the wind here in the second quarter.
Good song, by the way.
So as a pitch out to the left side, Devon, he drops it on the ground. He's able to pick it up. The ball's loose.
Oh, he recovers it.
And he is able to fall on it at the 15-yard line. Good pressure there by a couple of Leander Lions, including Maiden.
Yeah, Major Maiden, boy, he got in there pretty quick.
Clock is moving at 1:18. If you'll remember, Cedar Ridge used a lot of their timeouts that first half to stop the clock, to have them punt into the wind. Turner under center. Fakes handoff, roll out to the right side. Lots of pressure, and the pass is incomplete as he tries to throw it to number 85. That is Jacob Grunau.
You got to give it up to Major Maiden there, number 15, the linebacker for Leander. You know, he saw the fake and followed that quarterback and stuck with him and forced him to throw that ball and wasn't able to complete it. Good job by Major Maiden, sophomore.
Yep, and Lucas Flores as well, the defender on that receiver, right near the goal line. So 1:02 left here, 3rd and 15, 3rd and goal. Snap is back, rolls out to the left side, looking down the field, and he throws into the back part of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. See if I can get the number of the receiver, and that is number 12. That is Mark Anthony Walker, as he was able to slip into the back corner, make the tackle, and roll into the Cedar Ridge dance team over there. Took a couple of the girls out as well.
They're still laughing and having a good time.
So it is 34-13 with the extra point on its way.
Always the innocent bystanders that get hurt.
The kick is up, and it goes into the band, and it is good. 35-13, 55 seconds left here in the second quarter. We'll be back for the return.
A big thank you goes out from the Leander Lions Football Booster Club to our two great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925. 9 Round, where your first 30-minute full body workout is free. Look for them on Facebook. That's 9 Round. And Good Flow Plumbing. Call them at 512-501-2051 or find them online at goodflowplumbing.com. Good Flow Plumbing, backed by more than 50 years of industry experience in Austin, Good Flow Plumbing provides honest, knowledgeable plumbing service. The kind of service you can trust. Good Flow Plumbing, license M-37868. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Cedar Ridge able to just go in with a touchdown, leading 35-13, 55 seconds left here in the first half. Out to kick, number 13, Gavin Brudek. From the 40-yard line, kicks it low, kind of a line drive, and it is picked up at the 10-yard line. The 15 to the, let's say, about to the 20-yard line. That was by number 88, Leonard. 47 seconds left here. See if Leander can move the ball down. If they can pick up maybe 30, 35 yards here, then I'd give it a shot with Gaiman's leg kicking with the wind.
Yeah, we've talked to him, off the outside of a game. I think he said he's kicked a 47 or 50-something yard field goal, so he's capable.
Yeah, definitely could with this wind. He could probably get another 10 or 15 yards. So here we go. Leander trots out on the field. Twin receivers on the far side. Leander with the ball as a handoff to Dotson, 20, 22, 24-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. And it looks like we may have another player down for Leander, so we will take a injury break, and we'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter, And at the Lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
Good point. All right, we're back here at AC Bible Stadium. Mark, take it away.
So here we go, 35 seconds left as the player is moving off the field. Let's see if we can get a couple other scores shortly here.
Dick Ford, who can win?
As we take a little more time.
Okay, here we go. We got good game there at Vista Ridge. Vista Ridge looks like 26-28. Westwood leading there by 2 still. Round Rock is over McNeil High School 42-7. They're still they're at halftime there. Hendrickson down now to Vandergrift 21-14. We've got Westlake 42 over Austin High 42-0. Lake Travis is also winning handsomely against their opponent at Aikens High School 35-0.
So the clock is now running at 17 seconds. I don't think Leander is going to take another play here as they're standing in the huddle. So it is 35-13 as we end this first half, and pretty even game minus 3 plays. I mean, that's really what it's come down to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. I think as a team, as a unit, you got to be pretty proud with what you've done. Thus far as Leander goes. They've came out here, they've put up a good challenge against the Cedar Ridge team. They've improved a lot from last week. Last week was definitely not one of their best reels, but this week they've definitely came out. They've had a lot of fire. They've had a lot of passion, a lot of focus. Penalties show it all. I mean, they've had maybe 1 or 2 in the first half.
If that, yeah, I can't even remember. Maybe 2.
Yeah, so that is it's kept them alive and kept them in the game, and it's really nice to see them be able to be rewarded for their runs and their passes that they make. That they've had forward progress on. Looking back to last week's game, there was a lot that went wrong really quick from the beginning. And they haven't had that this game. So, hopefully the coaches can address where they're at by the score and keep these guys motivated. They're not too far out of it. 35 points were put up by Vista Ridge in that first quarter, or first half rather, meaning that Leander can come back and do the same. So, not out of it at all. Still plenty of time left in the game.
Yeah, just make a couple corrections and break down and stop Vaughn from running, and good things may happen this second half. So we will see you after halftime. This broadcast is being brought to you by SHN Sports. So we'll be back for the second half of play shortly.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to thank the following local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the silver level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
back into the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio, live from Georgetown, Texas, as we just had a live listen in on the Leander Lions game, as they just entered halftime at home. Cedar Ridge leading in that game at halftime, 35-13. As you know, we'll continue to get you updated as that game progresses and Leander tries to come back.
Yeah, the guys over at Leander still sounding quite positive about their prospects to come the second half, and they already mentioned that some adjustments have to be made, and this is kind of like where we kind of joked around about it with Gerald last week, like, make some adjustments, maybe it'll turn out all right, you know, they might, and then they ended up coming back from behind and getting the win. So Leander, one of those things when your team hasn't been able to win a game all year, it makes you very dangerous because you have nothing to lose. Every play that's in that playbook will be ran at any time if this game is close. So if Leander feels like they're still within striking distance come the fourth quarter, I would not be surprised to see the old hook and ladder, some wildcat formation offensively, and for them to send the blitz and try to be more aggressive if they can try to shut down that running game.
Yeah, and I mean, they're playing a team, Cedar Ridge only has one win on the year so far, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Leander doesn't necessarily play in an easy district.
Right.
You know, they'll see Georgetown later on in the year, as well as Eastview. I don't know where the wins will come during district play if they can't get it started here tonight.
yeah, so, you know, an opportunity, a solid opportunity here for the Lions. And like, as you said, it seemed like they, you know, haven't played horribly, and as those guys said, just a couple adjustments, couple tweaks, and maybe they can come out in the second half and play a lot better.
Yeah, you want to say it's some homerism, but you know, from what we at least listened to last week, it was it's definitely possible at any juncture to come back in the second half. It is a game with two halves, truly.
Well, let's take a quick break for a message from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more coverage for the Austin, Central Texas area, as well as halftime coverage for some of these games entering halftime. Obviously, Leander just now entering halftime, but we'll be right back with more of Week 4 for SHN Football Friday. And like, as you said, it seemed like they, haven't.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
Texas area, as well as halftime coverage for some of these games entering halftime. Obviously, Leander just now entering halftime.
Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
Well, welcome back to the Georgetown Broadcast Studio. A lot of these games entering halftime. We're going to get you a Grand Endeavor's scoreboard update in just a few moments. But before we do, just a reminder for everyone, if you just tuned in, Hutto's game is canceled and it would not be rescheduled due to the flooding and harsh conditions going on in southeast Texas. Georgetown is on their bye week. Eastview is on their bye week. So a couple of games still going on. We have the Gerald game and the Leander game in the middle of halftime right now. But we'll keep you updated on all scores that we can throughout the area. And having said that, Grand Endeavor home score update, I'll pass it on to Justin.
Well, thanks, Steven. But you didn't even say hi to Seth back over there, who's been accompanying us the entire evening. I think people think there's only two people here.
No,
and normally there are just two.
At the beginning of the show, but you're right. We should
but there are three people here this evening. So
Seth Sparks back there. We appreciate him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's manning all the controls back there for us this evening. getting some much needed experience. And talking about experience, has been a rough one for Katy Cinco Ranch, at least this evening, as they enter the third quarter against Cedar Park here at Gumpton Stadium, not too far away from the Georgetown studios. 28-0. Timberwolves still lead as to get out of the half. These games all at halftime. You were listening to that game just a little while ago on SHN Sports. Is Cedar Ridge and Leander, where Cedar Ridge is currently winning 35-13. Westwood Vista Ridge has been a fun contest, 28-26. Warriors ahead of Vista Ridge. A&M Consolidated finally giving up 3 points to Rouse, but the Lions still leading plentifully, 28-3. St. Michael's and Houston the Village School, 16-13 in TAPS action over at St. Michael's. You have Vandergrift against Hendrickson. The Vipers able to come back and take the lead at the half, 21-14. Round Rock just running away with this game against McNeil, 42-7. Austin Regents currently outpacing the Buttons of San Antonio Central Catholic, 7-0. These games in the second quarter of play over at House Park, downtown Austin. Westlake just going to work on Austin High, 42-0. Down South Austin at Burger Stadium, Aikens is getting blanked by the Cavaliers of Lake Travis, 42-0. So you can tell where the Battle of the Lakes is going to end up this year. 21-0 is Dripping Springs' score over the Rebels of Travis High School. Rockdale currently beating Hyde Park 39-7. And then Waco La Vega still pitching the shutout against Pflugerville in Pflugerville, 27-0. Manor ahead of Houston St. Pius, 13-0. And both of these teams 1 and 2 coming into this contest, but it's Crockett currently beating Novato 22-0. Games on Thursday, or actually we had one game already finish up tonight, and that game finished up around 7:30. Seguin able to take care of Northeast Early College High School, the former Reagan High, 44-6. Liberty Hill beat Connolly last night, 59-13. Bowie, these all Thursday scores, defeats Del Valley 38-21. Hayes over Anderson 35-13, and LBJ putting the whooping on McAllen 56-0. That's no disrespect to you, my friend. It's just LBJ. I mean, 56-0. It's a pretty impressive score.
We talked about even from before games kicked off in week 1. LBJ is a solid team, and they always have.
That's going to be tough for McAllen. I mean, that's a district loss as well. First, that's not exactly the way you want to open up the district season after having some real trouble throughout the non-conference schedule. So we will see if the Knights can rebound and make a run at the state playoffs and see if they can get in.
Well,
still plenty of time in district play.
And we also have an update on that 3A game going on the SHN Network. Gerald, after a horrible first half last week and getting the dub in the second half, they come out tonight and they lead it. They're the ones up at the half, 33-0 at halftime. And the running back there, Warren, with 3 touchdown runs, one of 56, 29, and 43 yards. And our thanks to Wally Harmon, who's on the call for that game, with that information, getting us that from Gerald as they're taking on at home. They lead it over Rosewood Lot.
Still feels kind of weird that both Georgetown schools that we cover are off this week.
I know.
And that they don't play each other. Yeah.
It's, we've had so many years of the first existence of Eastview in the community as the in-town rival with Georgetown taking on Eastview every year. Literally, realistically, a one-sided rivalry for most of its existence, but it's still something that they look forward to. And I mean, their home turf is Birkelbach Field, and now it's not even shared. I mean, it's shared, but not at the same time it has been in years past.
It's always weird. That's what you see with the expansion of high school football in the state of Texas, and sometimes even more traditional rivalries will suffer because new high schools must go up. There's just so many kids, and they can not every single building is able to fit I'm sure if you would ask around for football's sake, talking strictly football's sake in the state of Texas, a lot of these high schools in these cities where you have like 4 or 5 high schools, I'm sure they would be more than happy to consolidate into like 1 or 2, so they would be powerhouses if that was physically possible to do so. Right. I know where I'm from, we just had the split, so the traditional high school had to split off and form another high school, which is bigger than the traditional high school. And yeah, the new football team has suffered greatly just because they don't have the same numbers that the old high school in my town has. It's just one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, as a kid growing up in Austin, I kind of mentioned before I wanted to play football, and I ended up not being able to my heart condition. But, you know, in my head, I was like, well, if I did play football, like, should I go to a different school? I was set up to go to McCallum. Nothing against the program. It's just, I was like, well, if I want to have the best shot to be a player, I don't know. It was kind of like things I thought of back then, and ultimately it didn't matter because I didn't play. But the competition in the area and what may be a best fit for kids, it's kind of like going to the right college or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to high schools, you don't necessarily get to decide where you go. You're zoned in. It's like, and it's illegal for you to move for athletic purposes. Technically speaking, I know there's people that get around it.
Right.
But.
That's, I guess, what I was getting at. I was gonna find a way to get around it if I saw fit. FBI, don't watch me. They're always watching. Can't help it.
Well, I was like, well, we did put the show out. Anybody could watch this show. I mean, it's not like it's privately blocked.
Well, point is, I couldn't play, so I can't get arrested or whatever or penalized because I never actually enacted these dark thoughts of mine.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, you never moved to another school for athletic purposes.
Right.
And strictly athletic purposes.
But, I mean, if you think about it, or if I think about it, I guess, you wouldn't know this, but I have some family, my, half-sister, her, other parent lived down the street from Lake Travis. So if I wanted to, I could just have gone and literally lived with them legally and used his address because I do live there and gone to Lake Travis if I wanted to. It's cool to have options, I guess, that can also be legally enacted upon.
I was going to say, so not playing high school football or like being a manager for Lake Travis, which one would you have taken?
Oh, not playing high school football. Because I mean, I ended up going to McCallum and it's a fine arts academy, and I ended up completely getting into the arts side of things and into music. And shout out to a guy Zach Christodoulides, who went to high school with me, and he was a large part of bringing the first high school radio station in Central Texas that had been done at that point, which doesn't exist anymore at McCallum because nobody cares about radio except our class, I guess. But it lasted a little bit longer after us, and then kind of died down. And actually now it's funny, at McCallum, the studio that Zach and our teacher and we all kind of took part in building and scraping and creating is actually now the hall monitor, or the police, the school campus police office.
That's their office.
Yeah, because it has that window.
Yeah.
And you can't see in it, but you can see out it, and it's at a pretty good spot for them to see the front door from their own little spot.
Wow.
So people who walk in, I guess I just gave away their secret, my bad, but people who walk in don't know that the cops can see them walk in. So it's a good thing for them. It's almost sad, I was working there for a little bit too, and I'd walk by it all the time and be like, I used to host my radio show at that desk, at lunch.
Yeah.
And now it's like 2 cops sitting there waiting to bust somebody or whatever,
Yeah, man, radio's just not the same as it used to be.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, that's
why we're not on the radio.
Yeah, that's why we're A, online, and B, we have some video content too, which is beneficial to both the viewer and ourselves, probably. Well, we're going to take a quick break for a message from our sponsors. We'll be back probably with a little bit more halftime coverage, and then we might try to jump into one of these games kicking off the third quarter We'll try to tune in to Leander or Gerald, depending on how those games are going. But we'll be right back with more Week 4 of SHN Football Friday here from the Georgetown Jewelry Broadcast Studio.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com.
We doing this or what?
And we are back here at AC Bible Stadium in Leander, Texas. The Leander Lions are taking on the Cedar Ridge Raiders. I'm Mark Sickles, along with Gary Gutierrez, who is providing color. Mickey Holden working the camera. Rich Hensley is producing the show. Jared Schmeiser is working stats. It is 35-13 at halftime. We have about 2.5 minutes left before we're going to start this second half. So, Gary, let's talk about the first half. What kind of stats do you have?
Well, let's just talk about it right here. It's, there's basically been 3 plays that have been the difference in this game. You've had a 67-yard run, or pass rather. You've had a couple long runs, totaling about 225 yards. 3 big plays that really have taken Cedar Ridge to the next level, making it 35-13. Take away those plays, scores probably, the what-if game, 21-13. Both of them outside of that, they've only got 147 yards compared to 197 of Leander in the what-if game had they not had those 3 big plays.
Yeah, and that's what you always talk about, the what-ifs. And, we're talking about a great running back here, and we've talked about the great running backs we have here in Central Texas. But Deuce Vaughn kind of takes it to a different level with the way he's shifty in the backfield. He has tremendous speed and vision and is able to hit that seam and go, and we've seen a couple of those tonight.
Yeah.
But, you have to give credit to the Leander Lions. We talked about it a little bit. We've talked about it all year. They are implementing a whole new offense, a whole new defense, players, the cadence. We talked about all the penalties that they had the first couple games. Tonight they've had 1 or 2 at most.
They've had 1 penalty for 5 yards, which is outstanding. You cannot ask for anything better from your football team than that. And then give credit for Cedar Ridge. They've only had 2 penalties for 15 yards. So a clean game on both sides of the ball. Cedar Ridge has done they've done that extra. They've done what they've had to get these 3 big plays and get their guys free to get some points on the board. And you mentioned the new coaches, new offense, new defense, and as we talked a little bit about this at the podcast, when you're implementing these new offenses and defenses with the new coaches and their new philosophies, that trickles all the way down to the middle school. So, someone like Cedar Ridge, they've had the opportunity to have, this system, with these kids for a while now. So Leander's just now having to kind of switch that. So, 2 or 3 years from now, everybody's going to know what to do. Right now, they're still implementing things. At this stage in the game, you'd like to be doing wrinkles more so than implementing. And that's kind of where Leander's still at right now this early in the season.
And it takes time because you're thinking about what you need to do and you're not reacting.
Yeah, right.
It's not instinctive at this point. You see them looking at their plays on their wrists and they're getting the calls and they're probably thinking, okay, if this, then that, if this, then that, rather than just seeing it split second and making that defensive shift, the move, the stunt, the blocks. And we've seen it progress so far over the first couple weeks, and I think we're just going to see him get better and better as the year goes on because it just takes time and it takes reps.
Right, and the beauty of this is that there's a lot of young guys on these teams. There's a lot of sophomores on both sides of the ball, so those guys are going to, by the time they're varsities playing varsity football, they're gonna know what to do, and they're gonna be great leaders on this team. One of the big turning points really in this game has been the wind. Gaiman has steadily, been having outstanding kicks throughout this year and last year both. Right now he's averaging about 26 yards a punt.
And they're going for the onside kick here to start it off. The ball's on the ground. Got a fall on it. It is loose. Looked like Leander had an opportunity for the onside kick.
Yeah, just a bad bounce because they really had all the guys there. I don't think Cedar Ridge was quite ready for that.
No, I think number 10 for Cedar Ridge came up with that, Austin Bird. But it looked like there's a flag down. Let's see what the call is here. But looks like the defense is heading out on the field. But great opportunity there for Leander. And just one bounce away, just like the fumble that we saw earlier on the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
With Vaughn able to have that bounce right back to him. If Leander recovers that, that's another 7 points off the board.
Yeah,
so
and
those little things make big plays in the game.
And they pick up their second penalty right here.
Let's see what they're going to do. He'll mark off some yardage against Leander, trying to get the call here. Looking like it's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Probably a personal foul of sorts in the scrum of things over there. They had all the referees right in their face. So,
yeah, we also want to say number 55 is Connor Cracy. He was number 90, but they moved him to offense as well, so they put a 55 on him, and that's who was one of the captains at the beginning of the game, so we want to give him a little props. So it is a quick toss, jet sweep off the left side to number 1. Helmet comes off, and he goes down at the 35-yard line. That's DJ Roundtree.
Yeah, and Major Maiden there on the tackle, number 35, sophomore linebacker for Leander.
So he picks up his helmet and trots off the field. So Cedar Ridge with the wind, and it's still blowing looking at the flags here. They are at the Leander 33-yard line, set up 2nd and 7.
I would say that's one thing that's gotten better for Leander also this year. They had a lot of problems with the helmets coming off during the games.
And Brown with the swing pass over to Vaughn at the 40. Stutter step back, comes all the way back across the field, has a couple blockers, 35 to the 30, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 23, and there's a couple flags being thrown at the 30-yard line as one of the Leander defenders gets up off the ground, and that is number 28 for Leander, and he was clapping his hands, Lucas Flores. So
there's a prime example there. Sorry to cut you off there, Mark. There's a prime example of a defensive scheme that is designed here to stop this guy in his tracks. But you just can't practice Deuce Vaughn without Deuce Vaughn.
That's right. Yeah, tough to replicate that in practice. So it will be against the Raiders, so they're going to march them back.
Yeah, it's a good break there for Leander.
They'll put the ball down at the 42-yard line of Leander as Cedar Ridge and The white jerseys are going right to left from south to north if you are listening to the broadcast. Leander in their blue tops and gray bottoms. So it'll bring up second down and about 15 for Cedar Ridge. Brown gets the snap, fakes a handoff, looks down the field. Deep throw down the middle. He's open and wide open and caught number 4, Turner. Did he drop
they're
it?
They're going to give it to him. I'm not sure.
I can't tell what they're. Looks like they're moving him down. I thought he caught the ball, but then we don't see a lot of signals down there. They are moving the teams down, so that was a touchdown for Cedar Ridge. Deep pass by Brown to number 4, Devin Turner. That's the second time we've seen him make a huge touchdown catch tonight.
Yeah, on the exact same play, or route, rather.
He was able to get behind the Leander defenders, and he had a lot of time to throw and just threw it up in the wind, and he caught it in for the touchdown. Another quick score for Cedar Ridge with the extra point. That is good, so that now makes it 42-13, 11-12 left here in the third quarter. We'll be back after the break.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Leander trailing 42-13, 11-12 left in the third quarter. Leander about to receive a kickoff. Another huge yardage touchdown play for Cedar Ridge. What is this, their fourth tonight? 2 runs and 2 passes. So Cedar Ridge is getting ready to kick off from south to north with the wind.
Yeah, it was a 48-second drive with a 42-yard pass.
So here comes the kick. Deep into the end zone. It'll roll out the back of the end zone, so Leander will set up 1st and 10. And they will be going against the wind as this third quarter goes on. And, what we'd like to see now is just a long drive and get a touchdown. They got to put some more points up on the board. They can't give it up here and punt the ball into the wind and give the ball back to Cedar Ridge.
If you say against the wind one more time, I might bust out some Bob Seger.
So Landry trots out. He is in the shotgun. Dotson offset to his right side. 3 receivers on the near side.
For those of y'all who don't know who Bob Seger is, he's better than the boss. Just saying.
Fake handoff, and Landry rolls off to the right side and goes out of bounds, picks up a couple on that.
For those of you who don't know who the boss is, well, look it up.
Google it. So here we go, 2nd and 7. Ball put down on the near hash. Landry in the shotgun all by himself. 2 receivers on the left, 2 receivers on the right with the wing. Landry gets the call from the sideline, looks over, gets the offensive play. 11:06 left here in the third quarter. Weingarten motion, lots of movement, maybe offsides, and it is a low pass, incomplete. There are no flags on the play. It looked like they jumped off sides. Looked like it was pretty clear from up here, but no flag, and it's incomplete.
Maybe there's a reason there's not a lot of flags going on in this game. They're just not seeing everything. That wind can be a distraction for the referees also.
Now, that looked pretty clear from up here, but Leander does not get the call.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
They fish it out of him.
Where's the flag?
I don't know. That's a Tom Brady move there.
Wow.
They just coax him into calling the play.
Wow,
calling the penalty.
That was a penalty, but no flag on the field, so they march it off. It is now 2nd and 2. at Leander's 33-yard line. So they trot up to the ball, trips receivers on the far side. Dotson offset to Landry's left. Weingarten motion. And is a handoff to Dotson. Gets close to the first down.
I think he picked it up.
He is right at the marker. Let's see if they move him.
Yeah, they'll move it.
Yep, they are going to move the chain, so it'll now be first down at Leander's 35-yard line. They're quickly up on the ball. A little bit of confusion here as the receivers get set. They're now in that diamond formation on the near side. Single receiver on the left. Quick pass out to Dotson. He's able to get a block, 40. Gets up to the 45-yard line, enough for another, looks like they should mark it, another first down for Leander. And they do. They are going to be moving the chains. So the third time they try that play, it works.
Yeah. Not the best spot, but it didn't advance them to the next first down. So
good blocking by the receivers. Leander quickly up on the ball. Snap back to Landry, rolls out to his left side, looking down. Pass quickly out to Parrott, catches it in the flat, goes out of bounds, picks up about 2 on that.
Yeah, we spoke of the penalties right at the halftime, and, you know, the commentators curse, as they say. They've already doubled.
Yep.
Both teams have doubled the penalties there they've had in the first half. Not hard to do when you've only had 1 or 2.
Yeah, clean game first half, and Leander is able to fight through those a little bit so far this second half. So the diamond over here on the near side, Parrott on the far side, snap is back, looks downfield, and he throws it, and it is incomplete, and it is picked off. It was supposed to go to Loof, kind of went off his hands, hit the receiver. He was able to cradle it around his back, hold the ball, and come down with the interception, and now a late hit. I think it was Loof who was a little bit frustrated right there, and looked like there may be a 15-yard penalty against Leander, but it was a good pass. It was thrown down to Loof, and also it looked like number 88, Leonard, was also in the area, but unfortunate for Leander, picked off by Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, and you know, the wind definitely plays a factor in that. It slowed the velocity of that ball down again, which allowed him to kind of not get his hands quite on the ball like he probably wanted to. It didn't quite sit in there like it's supposed to.
So Cedar Ridge now with the ball at Leander's 49-yard line after the 15-yard penalty is walked off. 9:55 left here in the third quarter. Twin receivers on the far side. Brown in at quarterback. Motion, and it is a handoff to number 28, off tackle, and he is brought down.
Another penalty. Brought down by Egglesey, number 17, and number 20.
And that is Philip Henry.
Philip Henry.
So flags are flying this second half.
Here's another one. Yeah, Philip Henry, he's had a showing last couple weeks. He's made some tackles, and good job to Philip stepping up, coming in and making some tackles.
So they're marking off the penalty against Cedar Ridge, 10-yard walk-off. The ball will be placed at the Cedar Ridge 45-yard line.
Not to leave Egglesey out of the equation, we know that that guy comes and brings it, and he's involved in a lot of tackles here on this defense.
First and 16, twin receivers near side. Snap is back. It is a fake handoff. Quarterback keep up the middle. Shifty run gets to the 47-yard line of Leander.
Yeah, looks like Dimitri Drayton there on the tackle, and number 24, Andrew Burt.
So the quarterback, Turner, is now in at quarterback for Cedar Ridge, able to get it past the original mark, and it is now 2nd and 9 for Cedar Ridge. Turner in the gun, snap, handoff, and it is a swing pass, fake handoff, swing pass out to the right side to number 85. That is Jacob Gruno, incomplete, dropped the pass. Good break for Leander. He had a lot of room to run, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Well, when you put in number 21, Xavier Dotson, on defense, we haven't seen that yet this year. he blitzes on in there and disrupts that pass. Great job of number 21 playing defense.
3rd and 9, big play here for Leander. Snap is back, roll out to the near side, looking to throw to the sideline. It is caught by number 82, and that'll be a first down for Coy Rugley, the wide receiver, able to catch the ball at the Leander 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 9 for Leander, Bryce Allen on the tackle. Or pushed him out of bounds.
So they'll move the chains. Cedar Ridge with the ball, 8:50 left here in the third quarter, leading 42-13, able to keep that drive with the 3rd down completion. Turner in the gun, gets the snap, and it is a handoff off the left side and run down to the 31-yard line. That is number 26 on the carry. Joseph Captain, who's in for Cedar Ridge. 2nd down and 4, quickly up on the ball. Ball is snapped. Another handoff off the left side to Captain. Stood up, and lots of defensive pressure there by Leander, and they push him back.
Yeah, brought down by number 21 or 24.
Yeah, number 24 was
Andrew
Burt with the first hit, and Evan Smith able to clean him up, and they lose yardage on that. It's now 3rd down and about 6 as the ball is set up on the Leander 33-yard line near hash.
Yeah, and Andrew was in good position right there to make that play.
Shotgun, snap is down, almost drops it, rolls out to the right side, tries to throw, it is complete, and it is a first down.
A good tackle there by Dimitri Johnson, or Dimitri, brain dead there for a second. Drayton.
Yeah, the pass was complete to number 85, Jesse Garza, able to get enough for the first down, so that will give Cedar Ridge a first down on Leander's 27-yard line. Turner gets the snap, handoff off the left side, 20, down to the 17-yard line. Another tough run by number 26, Captain.
Yeah,
and there's a player down for Leander. We'll stop the clock and we'll take a quick break as you're listening to the broadcast on SHN Sports.
A big thank you goes out from the Leander Lions Football Booster Club to our 2 great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925. 9 Round, where your first 30-minute full body workout is free. Look for them on Facebook. That's 9 Round. And Good Flow Plumbing. Call them at 512-501-2051 or find them online at goodflowplumbing.com. Good Flow Plumbing, backed by more than 50 years of industry experience in Austin, Good Flow Plumbing provides honest, knowledgeable plumbing service. The kind of service you can trust. Good Flow Plumbing, license M-37868. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Go Lions.
Well, we are back here at AC Bible Stadium. Player is still down on the field. We're not going to give the name out here. Injured Leander Lions. So let's get some other scores from around the area.
Vista Ridge 32-28 over the Warriors. The Round Rock Dragons have walked away with that game 56-14 over McNeil Mavericks. Hendrickson and Vandegrift, what a game that is, 21-21, knotted up in the fourth quarter. They just started the fourth quarter there. And then, of course, this game 42-13.
So the player is able to walk off, and that's good to see. So it'll now be a first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Cedar Ridge is knocking at the door again, trying to put in another score. Jack Turner is in at quarterback. He gets the snap. Handoff to Captain to the 15. Shifty move to the 10. Down to the 6-yard line, 6 or 7-yard line. Tough run by Captain. Able to get yardage off the right side. Close to a first down. It will be 2nd and 1. Quickly gets the snap. Handoff to Captain again at the 5. Has enough for a first down. That'll be another first down for Cedar Ridge. 6:44 left here in the third quarter. Put the ball down at the 5-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and as they have set Deuce Vaughn down, he's had over 200 yards there in the first half.
Turner with the snap, another handoff to Captain. Follows his blocks down to about the 3-yard line. Got a decent push from the offensive line. He was able to follow them, get a couple yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Yeah, they'll put the ball at the 3-yard line. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Captain still in the backfield with quarterback Turner. And it is another handoff. Good defensive stand by Leander. They were able to get in the backfield, tackle for a loss.
Yeah, a whole pride of Lions in on there. You had Connor Cracy, Evan Smith, Andrew Burt. Pretty much the whole right side of Leander.
Also number 46, Nana Sarpong, but we also have another Leander Lion down on the field, so we'll take a quick break.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to thank the following local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the silver level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Mark Sickles here with Gary Gutierrez. We are in the middle of an injury timeout. Player is still down on the field, so let's look ahead to the next couple games for Leander. They're playing Cedar Ridge tonight. Next week, the 27th, Leander goes to the field where they play the Hendrickson Hawks. Then following that on October 4th, homecoming here at Leander, the Vista Ridge Raiders will visit. And then following that, on the 11th, Leander will travel to Round Rock. They'll play the Dragons. Then on the 18th, McNeil comes to Leander, and that is middle school night. Then on the 25th, Leander travels to Westwood at Kelly Reeves Stadium. And then on November the 1st, their last game against the Vandergrift Vipers, and that is here at home.
Yeah, and they've noticed they play straight through. They don't have a bye week during the games you just mentioned. They've got their bye week the last game, so the last week everybody else will be playing. In a playoff situation, that'd be great.
Yep. So Vandergrift is setting up 3rd and 5, 3rd and goal here. Turner is the only person in the backfield, man in motion, is a fake handoff. Turner, the jump throw into the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Nice stop.
Yeah, that was number 24, Burt, that kind of disrupted that between the two players. I think they, the offense there of Cedar Ridge also had some miscommunication there between the receivers.
Yeah, it looked like a quarterback run up to the line, jump up, and toss the ball into the end zone. It was in his hands, but huge hit by number 24, Burt, to knock it out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and there was two offensive personnel that ran into each other. They didn't help the situation either.
So 4th and 5, they're going to go for it here. Snap back, roll out to the right side. Turner looking in the end zone, throws it back to the left, and it is incomplete. Pass was attempted to number 7, Joaquin Sandoval. He ran into the cornerback who was knocked down onto the ground. It wasn't the other way around, so incomplete pass, and Leander puts a goal line stand-up. Good for them. So we'll take a quick break. Leander's trailing 42-13. They will have the ball on their 5-yard line. Well, we'll just keep it here. They're already trotting out on the field. So Leander able to make a stop there. There's 5:08 left here in the third quarter, so they trot out on the field. Dotson in the backfield. Landry with the handoff. Dotson goes up the middle, gets about 3 up to the 8-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for Leander. Ball right in the middle of the field as we're looking at it here. The wind is still blowing very strong from south to north. No let up at all. Landry in at quarterback. Twin receivers come to the near side. Dotson offset to the right of Landry. Leander gets the snap, hands it to Dotson, the 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 30-yard line. Tough run, able to hold on to the ball, and they will set it down there. First down for Leander, and a good run by Dotson with good blocking. So Leander gets a first down here. 4:23 left here in the third quarter. Landry is looking over to the sideline as the Lions huddle up. They aren't quickly going to the line. Now get set up. Twins come over to the near side, and Leander is going to call a timeout with 6 seconds left on the play clock. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to recognize the following Lion faithful for their generosity this season. At the red level, Dan and Rachel Bumgartner, Daniel and Kat Dupre, Dave and Tracy Nordstrom, and David and Robin Tillman. At the white level, Lucy Belter. And at the lion level, Brian and Jessica Campbell, the Shoto family, John and Denise Christensen, Louie and Ray Egglesey, Russ and Kathy Gaiman, Jason and Gina Gordon, Katie and Justin Hanner, Rich and Patricia Hensley, Kyle and Maria Kennedy, Earl and Janice Lott, Gary and Ann McDaniel, Mike and Sandy Slater, Roger and Laura Smith, and Darren and Jessica Webster. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring Leander Lions football this season. And go Lions!
Back at AC Bible Stadium, Leander with a 1st and 10 on their 30-yard line. Ball is back, handoff to Dotson. Up the middle, runs off the right side, picks up 3. Just about every time he runs the ball, he gets about 3. So and that's steady yardage there. That's what they need to keep moving the ball forward. They don't need to have any negative plays.
Yeah, he's been consistent with that pretty much ever since I've seen him run. He's only improved in that. That's a great luxury to have in the backfield, a guy like Dotson.
So Leander gets a snap, fake handoff, and a quick throw out to Weingart on the right side, able to catch the ball, immediately hit, but able to spin forward for about 2 to 3 yards. So that'll set up Leander with a 3rd and 5 as I put the ball down on the near hash. Quickly up to the line. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right. Landry in the gun, empty in the backfield. Now looks over to the sideline, gets a play call. He makes it at the line of scrimmage. Dotson in motion, now the right side. Landry back, looking down the field, and he scrambles around, looks over to the right, runs 35, goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th and 2 for Leander.
Yeah, I don't know that was a great spot right there. But as a quarterback, too, you want to be aware. You want to be aware where that marker's at because he had an opportunity right there to pick it up.
So 4th and 2. They're going to send Gaiman out to punt from their 40 or 38-yard line. Back deep for Cedar Ridge, number 42, Higginbotham. So Gaiman is standing at his 25, and it is a fake to Loof off the right side, able to get the first down, direct snap to him. Good play call there. Loof with another tough run. Well, with not another, but with a tough run off the right side. We've seen him run before over the past couple of years. He knows how to lower his shoulder and get that first down. So Leander picks up a first down. They set at their 41-yard line. 2:23 left here as the clock is running in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lufus really became an asset to this team in all different facets of play here.
Dotson offset to the right side as a handoff up the middle. Makes a couple moves, gets a good push by the offensive line, and he picks up about 7. Yeah, we haven't talked much about the blocking up front, but you got to have blockers get those 3 or 4 yards that Dotson's getting every time.
Yeah, once again, very poised they seem to tonight. Unlike last week, and last week again was not their finest day, but very poised. There's been movement on defense. They were falling prey to that last week a bunch of times. As much movement they had on the defensive line of Stony Point.
Fake handoff to Dotson, and
you could just
Landry
tell.
caught in the backfield, tried to pick up some yardage. Looks like he loses a couple there, so it'll now be third down and about 7 or about 6 as they set the ball up at the 45-yard line.
You could just tell last week they're just really unsettled up front, and today they've had limited penalties. They've been working together as a unit. That's what they're playing like they're coming together out there, finally gelling.
A lot more poise out there on offense. So Landry in the empty set in the shotgun gets the ball, looks on the left side, and he throws it a little bit too far. Miscommunication as the receiver was going in, the pass was going out. So that'll bring up a fourth down. Incomplete. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter, and they are bringing the punting unit back on the field.
Yeah, and they've had to move some guys around, from defense to offense. We've mentioned Connor Cracy moved over there. They've had some injuries. But they're also really the coaching staff's really motivated to make sure that these guys are getting in the positions they need to be in to help this team, and so that's some of the things you've seen here that's really helped this week.
So player missing as the clock goes down to 3, 2, 1. They do get the snap off. Gaiman rolling off, and there is a flag down. Punt off the left side, hits at the 23.
Great punt.
Goes inside the 20 to the 19, but there is a couple flags down on the field at the 38-yard line. So we'll see what the call is here. Maybe a hold of some sort. I didn't see any contact with Gaiman.
Yeah, it looks like they're talking to the sideline of Vista Ridge, so it's probably against Leander.
Personal foul, shot block, kicking team, 44 and 43, 15 yards, re-kick, fourth down.
So they'll move him back, and they'll have him punt into the wind. Yeah, tough call there. So they will move the ball back, set it up at Leander 30-yard line this time. It is fourth and about 19. As the players trot back on to have a second punt. The deep man for Cedar Ridge is standing at his 37-yard line. Snap is back. Gaiman with a punt. Higher got caught up in the wind. It gets a good bounce. Rolls down to the 37-yard line. So that's about the difference with the penalty and the yardage as we come out after the punt. Yeah, tough break there for Leander. They were able to get a first down on the fake punt, and then their offense stalls and unable to capitalize on that. So 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll keep it here listening to SHN Sports as Cedar Ridge runs out on the field up to the line of scrimmage. Still in at quarterback is number 14, Jack Turner.
Yeah, his first punt was 36 yards, and this one was 33 yards. We've mentioned he's been averaging in that first half 26 yards, so not his best day out here with this wind.
Fake handoff, deep pass down the middle, off the hands of number 82, Coy Rugley, at about the 15-yard line. Looks like he was going down, about to dive, and it hit him in his hands, but incomplete pass. But that's another nice pass by number 14, Turner, with the wind, throwing deep on the Leander defense.
Yeah, and this Cedar Ridge offense is not slowing down. They're trying to get some more points on the board. Going deep.
2nd and 10 for Cedar Ridge. Ball on the Cedar Ridge 37-yard line. Snap is back. Fake handoff and a quick throw out to the right side. It is complete to number 17, Jake Tangadal.
That was Jalen Jammer that tripped him up and was the first on that tackle.
Able to get enough for a first down, as that is the end of the third quarter. Leander is trailing 42-13. We'll be back after the break.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to thank the following local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the silver level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium. Start of the fourth quarter. Cedar Ridge with the ball on their 47-yard line, going left to right. Snap is back. Quick throw out to the left side. Complete at the 50, 45, down to the 40. Gets pushed out of bounds about the 37-yard line. And the pass was complete to number 82. That is Coy Rugley with the completion from number 14, Turner. That'll give the Raiders another first down as they set up at Leander's 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, we've had a long 3 quarters here. Some of these games have already ended here in our district. I'll go ahead and read some scores here in just a minute after this play.
The snap is back. Quick throw out to the right side, number 28 at the 40, 35, and he is brought down.
Yeah, Anthony Burt there on the tackle, number 24 for Leander. Vista Ridge has finally broke away from Westwood, leading that game about to start the fourth quarter, 46-28. Hendrickson is fallen short by 7 points to Vandegrift, 28-21 the score there. A minute 34 left in that game. Westlake over Austin High, 56-0. Lake Travis, 42 over Aikens, and we had Round Rock finish with a big win over McNeil High School, 56-14. We'll go ahead here in a little bit and see if we can get some other scores in our Austin viewing area.
So there's a 5-yard penalty against Leander. They'll mark that off, put the ball at the 35-yard line on the far hash. 1st and 10 for Cedar Ridge. Turner in the gun along with running back number 24, Nazaire. Flare pass out to him on the left side, able to break a tackle, comes up to the middle to the 30, lots of speed to the 20, 15-10, and he is going to go into the end zone. Able to bounce off a couple of defenders, hit the Jets, and was able to get into the end zone. 48-13, Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, he broke through quite a few tackles there. Great effort by the running back, number 24 for Cedar Ridge.
So they're trotting another player on for the extra point. Camp in, ready to kick. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the score is now 49-13, 11-10 left in the fourth quarter. And we'll be right back after the break.
A big thank you goes out from the Leander Lions Football Booster Club to our two great platinum sponsors for their support of Leander Lions football this season. First, 9 Round Fitness, located at 2906 South Baghdad Road, right across the street from Leander High School. Call 9 Round at 512-843-3925. 9 Round, where your first 30-minute full body workout is free. Look for them on Facebook. That's 9 Round. And Good Flow Plumbing. Call them at 512-501-2051 or find them online at goodflowplumbing.com. Good Flow Plumbing, backed by more than 50 years of industry experience in Austin, Good Flow Plumbing provides honest, knowledgeable plumbing service. The kind of service you can trust. Good Flow Plumbing, license M-37868. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Mark Sickles here with Gary Gutierrez, Mickey Holden, Rich Hensley, Jared Schmeiser. You can follow us on Twitter at Mark Sickles 2, at Crazy Train with a K, and at SHN Sports. You will get updates for the next broadcast, any podcasts as well, which we do every week with the coaches and players. So tune in for those, or come out and meet the players and the coaches. It's awfully fun. We have those around town, and if you haven't been to one, show up to the next one. Let's support our sponsors and support our players and coaches.
Yeah, any of my fans can reach me on any of those contacts as well.
Kick is down. It is caught at the 27-30. Egglesey with the ball. Tries to break outside, 35 to the 40. Gets the corner. Goes out maybe about the 47, 48-yard line. Now give out your Twitter.
Yeah.
Feel free if you want to.
It's yours. That's all I got. I can give my wife. I don't know, my wife doesn't even have it, maybe. I don't know.
No, we like to spread the word of the podcast and the broadcast at SHN Sports. So we usually like to share those on any of those three Twitter names. What's the name for that? Twitter feeds, Twitter names? But anyway.
Wrong person.
Yeah, so here we go. Leander's trotting out on the field. Down 49-13, 11 minutes left. Garrett in at quarterback. He gets a snap. Is a handoff off the left side. And it is a tough run by Dotson. Able to pick up about 5 on that carry.
Yeah, we do a podcast every Monday. We kind of rotate it around through some of the sponsorship here. This week, this Monday, we're going to be at Guacataco at 6:30. That kicks off. Come out, meet the coaches, meet the players.
Have some good food.
Have some good food. There's tacos and beverages of all kinds.
So Landry in the gun. Dotson offset to his right side. Egglesey in motion, and it is a jet sweep to Egglesey. Runs into a lot of traffic. Takes a cut and gets upfield. Picked up maybe a yard, so it'll be a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, good job for Egglesey there to make some positive gain on that.
Yeah, lots of pressure and able to contain on the far side. He had to stop and regroup and get upfield, and he picked up a yard or so on that carry. 3rd down play for Leander. 3rd and 4 on their Cedar Ridge 47-yard line. Twin receivers come on the near side. Single receiver on the far side. Dotson now flares out to the right. Landry back looking to throw, and it is a throw and catch enough for a 1st down. And that was number 19, Caden Wheatley with the catch. That'll move the chains, set the ball up at the 40-yard line. Good throw, good catch. Lions break huddle. A little bit of a spread formation. 2 receivers on both sides. Leander gets a snap, and it is a handoff to Dotson. Picks up, runs down to the 30, 27-yard line. Another 1st down for Leander. Set up at the 28, as that's where they mark it. 8:49 left here in the ball game. Leander trailing 49-13. Once again, the spread formation. Landry in the shotgun. Handoff once again to Dotson. Breaks the tackle. 25. Tough yard to the 20. 15. 10. Turns the corner in for a touchdown. Good blocking down there by Weingart to get him into the end zone along with Crazy down there. So good downfield blocking. And Leander puts some more points on the board. It is 49-19. 8:30 left in the ball game. Gaiman out ready to kick the extra point. Good tough run by Dotson, able to shake off a tackle, gets to the outside, then the rest of the Leander Lions able to get him into the end zone. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, and Dotson, he's been the workhorse here in this game. He's 24 rushes right there, or maybe that was his 25th right before this stat came in, 191 yards, about 8 yards on average, I think, with that touchdown score right there. He just bumped that up a little bit.
Yeah, good job tonight, and we have to give credit to the offensive line as well for getting him those yards. But, yeah, we're looking at 49-20, 8:30 left here in the ball game. We'll stay here through break because we'll probably go quickly out on the field. Setting the ball up at the 40-yard line, Leander does have the win this second half. Trailing by a lot, you think they may try that onside kick right here? Or you think they're going to kick it and try and build and learn a little bit and put some players in on defense?
I think at this point you try the onside. Keep the defense off the field if you have the opportunity. Maybe go down, improve the score a little bit. Walk out of here with your head held high. 29 points, 8 minutes. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Got to score some points, but, yeah, we'll see what they do here. They almost had that one earlier in the game. Took a tough bounce, and Cedar Ridge was able to fall on it, but really don't have anything to lose at this point.
Yeah. But, you know, this Leander team, we've talked about it time and time again. They're known for their fight, and they fight till the end, so you never know what's going to happen.
Number 10, Elijah De La Vera. Looked like, no, was that Gaiman?
That was
that was Gaiman. I'm sorry. It looked like a 0. Is that a 8 or a 10? That's an 8. My bad. It looked like a 10 from up here. Okay. They call a fair catch on the goal line, so at that point they will stop it, and Cedar Ridge will set up 1st and 10 on their 25-yard line. Yeah, trailing 29 points, 8:30 left in the ball game.
We still got a decent crowd here at Leander Bible Stadium.
So Cedar Ridge sets up. Looks like they have a new quarterback in. And that is number 7, Joaquin Sandoval. Able to get the ball, gets outside. Nice tackle. And that was by number 34, Dyron Dixon, able to shuck off a blocker and make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, -4 on that.
Yeah, and Connor Crazy, number 55, got in the backfield also. He almost made the first tackle right as he had that ball. He's just missed it, and Connor's been playing both ways, so good motor on him.
So roll out to the right side looking to throw, throws it down the field, and it is almost caught by number 28. It was in his hands, and that was Zori Norwood for Cedar Ridge. Nice pass into the wind, unable to come down with that catch, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 14 for Cedar Ridge. Although they're trailing by 29 points here, this is a big play for Leander. See if they can stop this and get the ball back and work on their offense a little bit more. Snap is down a little bit low. Lots of pressure coming from the Leander defense, and they were able to knock him down. Loof was able to slow him down, and then we have Dotson actually came up to finish the tackle. So they are putting players in on both sides. They're getting experience and making plays.
Yeah, Dotson's been in here for a while playing defense this half, and He's done a great job. He's been involved in a lot of tackles. He's disrupted some plays. Need a lot of Dotsons.
So Egglesey goes back to get this punt.
Yeah, I think you've seen a lot of great play from a lot of players on this Leander team. You know, they've all, well, I didn't say all, a lot of them have had the opportunity to play.
And the punt is blocked.
Oh, there we
Luke
go.
able to block the punt, able to fall on it at the 9-yard line. Great play. Leander has 1st and 10, 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Great job by Loof.
Yeah, Loof is one of those guys that we talked about earlier, being an asset to this team. He's one that's been playing both sides of the field, different positions. He knows a lot about a lot on this Leander football team, and just exceptional. And a lot of these other players, as I mentioned a minute ago, have had both opportunities to play both sides of the ball. They've got plenty of motor in them. They're getting different looks. Different players are getting to play different positions on defense or offense that they don't normally play. So these coaches are really trying to work it out, get guys rest, and try to put people in good positions. So
and you got to give credit to the coaches and players that they could easily shut down.
Absolutely.
And just kind of, head over and say, well, we don't have a chance of winning this one. But, plays like that, you got to be excited about that. The coaches are excited. I mean, how many times you get to block a punt? And, Loof goes out there and does that, sets up the offense here. Things to build on, and that's positive.
Yeah. I blocked a punt once. And it was in Little League football.
Oh, it wasn't a Thanksgiving Day game in the backyard?
It was in Abilene. It was like 0 degrees outside. We were playing for the state semifinals, and I didn't have an undershirt on that was long sleeve. I was not prepared. And I felt like my arm fell off as soon as that ball hit me.
I bet. Well, that'll be something he'll remember forever. One of those things, you don't get those often, but when you do, you'll remember it. So that's exciting to see. And it's great seeing Dotson on defense and, putting players out on the field and making plays.
Yeah. You've got some offensive linemen that have gone out there and played some defense. Here you got it again right here. You've got those guys now playing offense that were just on the defense.
So 6:59 left here in the ball game, trailing 49-20. Leander has a good opportunity here. 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. Dotson in at quarterback. Gets the snap off the right side. 10, 8, 5-yard line. Tough run. Took 2 players to bring him down, but he gets down to, let's see where they mark it here, at the 6-yard line.
What do they call that? The wild lion, the lion cat. There's a lot of variations. I'm sure you can run with that.
Wildcat or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I guess we'll call it the lion cat here for tonight. So Landry sprints out to the left side.
Kind of redundant, really, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So Dotson gets the direct snap off to the right side, behind the blocker to the 5-3, gets a good push, and they're going to give him the touchdown.
This wildcat formation is always I'm in awe of it every time because who's getting the ball.
Yep.
It's obvious, but it works.
It does.
It's an amazing play that has come pretty much live, and on every team has a wildcat variation of some sort, and they're always so effective. It's crazy.
Yeah. So late flag thrown in at the goal line from the judge here on the near sideline, throws it almost half the field. Let's see who they're going to mark it off against. It's going to be against, looks like Leander.
Not really sure.
Well, no, they put it on the 3. No, it looked like going for the extra. Now they're running over to talk to the coach on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think Leander.
Yeah, maybe assessed on the kickoff. We'll see here after this, but they put the ball down for the extra point.
Or they declined it. Not really sure.
On October 7th, raise costs to defer
After
that
the
trip
play,
to the Nationals. Make sure you make time to come out
of Leander.
to
That's
the
his first
Marchathon on October
of the
7th.
game. That will be assessed 15 yards on the kickoff.
Okay.
Yep, so there we go. They will assess it on the kickoff. So Gaiman in for the extra point. 49-26. We'll be back for the final 6 minutes of play after the break.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club wants to thank the following local businesses for their support of Leander Lions football this season. At the bronze level, Buttercup Dental, 512-335-8121. HEB Plus at 651 North U.S. Highway 183 in Leander. Tillman Physical Therapy at 512-331-6200. Bill Miller's Barbecue at 1651 West Whitestone Boulevard. And Pendleton Orthodontics at 512-355-7727. At the Silver Level, Wingstop, located at 401 West Whitestone Boulevard in Cedar Park. Order online at wingstop.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Leander Lions football. And go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Friday night football. Leander now cuts the lead 49-27, 6:19 left here in the ball game.
Yeah, we were just talking about that penalty, and that it got called on Leander, but there's been some shoving and pushing down there, and at the in the scrum after the plays, and it's always the last guy that gets caught. So went against Leander in that situation. We had the offensive lineman going to help out his running back, and
can't really fault him for that.
Nope.
I mean, you don't like the penalty, but hey, you're a team out there. You got to stick up for your players, and if you're getting pushed around, it's good that they're sticking up for their own players. So that's a good thing to see. You don't like to see the penalty, but you like to see the effort and them, fighting for each other out there on the field. So here we go. Leander about to kick off from their 25 after the penalty mark off. Now they may try the onside kick here. We'll see what they want to do. So Gaiman, let's see if he can reach the end zone here if he's going to kick it deep. And he does. Long kick down to the 2-yard line. Fielded there by Cedar Ridge, comes up to the 20, 25, down to the 30, and flags come raining down on the field as well. We could see that coming as the return was on.
While this is all going on, just to kind of talk about this game, we talked about the big plays being the big factor. And, on paper, based on our stats anyways, we've got 21 first downs for Cedar Ridge and 17 for Leander, 316.
Walk in the back. Number 25 of the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Let's get this defense going here. You might get another score on the board. Total yards, 316 to 437. Time of possession is only a couple minutes in favor of Cedar Ridge. There's been a lot of similarity here on paper to this game outside of those big plays. Got to be pretty happy for your team, for Leander coach, and a lot of improvement from last week and the weeks prior.
So snap is back and a handoff to captain. They put both Turner and captain back on the field as Leander starts cutting into the lead here. He picked up about 3 on that. It'll set up a 2nd and 7 for Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, and this is when Leander right now, they've got to keep their composure while these guys start battling out into this fourth quarter here, and things start getting a little chippy. You got to be able to hold yourself and pick your battles.
So Turner gets a snap, and it is a handoff to captain up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets enough for the first down as he gets stopped about the 35-yard line. So finally wrapped up by Andrew Burt, number 24, who's had a really good game. Also number 25, Wesley Weingart as well. Clock now down to 5:10 left in the ball game. Cedar Ridge burning a little bit of time off the clock as they're getting the call from the sideline. Twin receivers come over on the near side.
Yeah, this Leander team has a lot of athletes who can do a lot of things, and you've seen it here tonight firsthand.
Turner with the snap. Lots of pressure, throws it out to the near side, and it is caught by number 30 and wrapped up by Burt. And then number 28 as well, Lucas Flores. Good closing on that tackle by the Leander defense. They'll move back a couple yards to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11. Good job staying home on that as Turner was looking to his left and then scrambled and threw it out to the right side.
So what's one of the key differences that you're seeing in the second half? Number 22?
Yeah.
He's not in the game.
He's not in the game.
Big difference.
Snap is back, and it is a handoff, and it is immediately brought down by, it looks like, number 96, Jacob Smith. Great tackle there right at the line. Looks like he didn't gain any yardage whatsoever, so it'll be 3rd and 11 for Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, you got a whole new defensive front that's out here right now. Nice and fresh. They've, well, you've seen Weingart play on offense, make some good catches.
Played linebacker last year for Leander, so he knows how to tackle. Been up against him in youth football for years. So swing pass out to the left side. Now for the, able to break it first down, 50, 40, 35, down to the 33-yard line. I believe that was number 85, Jacob Gruno, with a swing pass out to the left side, able to get outside of the Leander defense and get a big play and a first down for Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, and that's one of those examples where you can't, on defense, when you see somebody get wrapped up, you can't stop. Once they break free, again, then there's nobody out there because everybody has taken a break. So,
got to finish the play. 3 minutes left here in the ball game. Cedar Ridge 1st and 10 on the 33-yard
4 seconds
line.
left on the play clock. Barely just got it off.
Hand off to number 26 off the left side. Breaks a tackle, spin move, gets down to the 27-yard line. And that was number 26, Captain, with the run on that. Tackle by number 96, Jacob Smith again.
I always want to say captain, my captain. I don't know if you all
Yep,
ever
and
heard
there's
that
a
speech.
53, but we don't have the name for that player. But he is in the ball game making tackles as well.
Is that Dead Poet Society?
I believe so.
I had a guy do that at a Christmas party.
Turner gets the snap, and it is a handoff up the middle, and immediately hit by Evan Smith, number 44. Also, and there's another flag thrown down at the end of that play.
I think they finally picked up on the chippiness down there.
We'll see if we can get the call here on the field. Officials are talking near the flag.
That one was a little blatant. It wasn't in the scrum. Leander
Still
defense.
discussing it. And here we go.
After the play, personal foul, number 26 of the offense. 15 yards, the down counts, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, it is starting to get a little chippy out here. We've seen, at the end of these plays, a little bit of pushing, and I know it's been a physical game. Leander just keeps fighting, and I don't think Cedar Ridge, likes that. You think they'd want them to give up with 2 minutes left in the game, but Leander's not giving up. They're going to play throughout the rest of this game, and they've done it throughout the past couple of years, even though the score hasn't been at their advantage. They don't quit.
Yeah, and while you like to see your players have some passion, you don't want to see them get ejected.
No. So snap is back, and slip tackle number 24, able to break outside, gets to the 30, 25 to the 20, goes out of bounds for the first down. And that was a nice run by number 24 for Cedar Ridge, Nazaire, and the tackle was pushed out of bounds by number 14, Arturo Pizzana. Clock now down at 1:38. Cedar Ridge 1st and 10 at Leander 19-yard line. Raiders leading 49-27. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle right side. Flag is down. Gets down to the 20, down to the 15, 11-yard line. But a flag is now back at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, had they not had that, they may have been able to go into victory formation here.
And the tackle was on that play by number 26, Joseph Shoto, and number, I believe, 35, McDaniel.
81 of the offense. 10 yards, remains first down.
So they'll mark that off. 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. The clock is now running again. Turner in. Still in at quarterback. Gets the snap. Fakes a pat, and he's going to throw it down the left sideline, and it is incomplete. And there is a flag down, but a little surprising that with 1 minute left in the ball game, up 49-27, they're going to do a play-action pass to try and get another score on the board.
Central Texas.
And there's a, let's see who they're going to mark the penalty off. Let's see if we can get this on the field.
After the play, unsportsmanlike, number 53 of the offense, 15 yards. That's his first unsportsmanlike of the game. Second down.
Lots of emotion out there on the field. You can feel it up here, Gary.
Yep, they've got another minute to be out there with each other.
Yep. 1 minute left. Ball is now on the 44-yard line. 1 minute, 49-27. Cedar Ridge with the ball. Second down, snap, handoff up the middle. Breaks the tackle, and he is brought down right about the line of scrimmage.
Ball's out. Forward progress.
Looks like they're going to blow the play down before the ball popped out.
There's 4 seconds left, 4 seconds difference between the play clock and that, so that's going to be, they'll have one more victory formation play here to end
You would
the game.
think, unless they try and
unless they're going to go for a deep bomb and go
unless
for
they
the
try and throw
touchdown.
it
We'll see
deep.
what happens.
Yep.
Anything can happen here.
And it does look like they're getting in the victory formation here. Play clock going down to 12. And the snap is back. Turner takes a knee, and that will be the ball game. The final score here at Bible Stadium, Cedar Ridge 49, Leander 27. We want to thank everyone here that listened. We want to thank those of you that will watch the video broadcast. I'm Mark Sickles. Along with me, I want to thank Gary Gutierrez, Mickey Holden, Rich Hensley, Jared Schmeiser, and all of you listeners out there. We appreciate that. Listen to the Leander Lions every week at SHN Sports. You can follow us at shnsports.com. You can check out our Twitters at Mark Sickles 2, at Crazy Train, at SHN Sports. So the next ball game will be Leander Lion at Hendrickson, and they'll be playing at the field on Friday the 27th at 7 o'clock. For all of you here helping out with the broadcast, we thank you. We thank you for listening, and good night. Have a good weekend.
Good night.